Bella had survived a lot of terrible nights in that club. Drunk Wall Street babies throwing up behind velvet curtains, creeps who thought a tip gave them permission to touch, managers who pretended not to see. But nothing compared to the moment she felt the air shift, the moment the room went quiet in a way that didn't feel natural. It was the kind of silence prey feels right before the predator steps into the clearing. And every woman in New York knew there was only one predator who could freeze a room like that: Irina Volchok. Bella didn't look up at first. She was busy, tired, running on fumes after a double shift, and more concerned with the vodka stain dripping down her arm from the asshole who had been hitting on her for the past 20 minutes. "Come on, sweetheart," he slurred, leaning closer than anyone had any right to be. "Give me a smile. Or better." His hand reached for her waist. Bella reacted before her brain even finished forming the thought. She grabbed the nearest drink, a full glass of something red and sticky, and threw it in his face. The club gasped, but Bella didn't care. She was done being touched. Done being polite. Done surviving nights like this. What she didn't realize, not until she heard the slow, deliberate click of heels on the marble floor, was that the man she drenched was one of Irina Volchok's soldiers. And Irina herself had seen everything. Bella's breath hitched. Not out of fear. She didn't know enough to be afraid yet, but out of instinct, like every cell in her body had suddenly woken up at once. She looked up, and there she was. Irina Volchok. The woman people whispered about. The ghost you prayed never learned your name. Tall, impossibly elegant, dressed in a tailored black suit that looked like it cost more than Bella's rent for an entire year, with hair pulled back in a sleek braid and eyes dark enough to fracture your courage. Irina didn't speak. She didn't have to. Her presence alone made the bartenders freeze, the dancers retreat, the DJ lower the music without being asked. Bella felt her heart slam against her ribs, but she refused to look away. She refused to bow. Irina stepped closer, her gaze sweeping over Bella with the slow precision of someone deciding whether to punish or devour. "You have something you'd like to explain?" Irina asked, her voice smooth, accented, deceptively gentle. Bella could feel the club watching her, dozens of eyes begging her to back down, apologize, kneel if she had to. But Bella had been stepped on her entire life. She wasn't built to kneel. "Yeah," Bella said, chin lifting. "Your guy needs to learn how to keep his hands to himself." A murmur rippled through the crew. Someone swore under their breath. Someone else whispered, "She's dead." Irina's lips curved, not into a smile, but into something sharper, darker, intrigued. "Is that so?" "Unless you want to try it too," Bella said before her brain could stop her. "In which case, touch me, and see what happens." The room imploded into silence. Irina tilted her head, studying her like an exotic weapon she had never seen before. Then, so fast it barely made sense, Irina's lieutenant moved, grabbing Bella's arm. Bella reacted instantly, wrenching her arm free and shoving him so hard he stumbled backward. Gasps filled the room. And then Bella, running on fury and adrenaline, made the mistake of her life. She threw the drink in her hand, straight into Irina Volchok's face. Time stopped. No one moved. No one breathed. The music died completely. Bella stared, frozen, her pulse an earthquake in her chest. Irina didn't wipe her face at first. She simply stood there, red liquid dripping down her cheekbones like war paint. Her crew began reaching for their guns. "No," Irina said, one word, quiet but lethal, stopping everyone mid-motion. Slowly, deliberately, she wiped a drop of liquid from her jaw with 2 fingers. She looked at those fingers, at the drink Bella had just thrown onto the face of the most feared woman in the city. And then she smiled. A slow, dangerous, delighted smile. "Finally," Irina murmured, her voice soft as velvet, sharp as a blade. "A challenge." Bella's legs nearly gave out. Irina stepped closer, so close Bella could feel her breath ghost over her cheek. "Do you know what happens to people who disrespect me?" Irina whispered. Bella swallowed hard. "You kill them, I assume." "Sometimes." Irina slipped a finger beneath Bella's chin, tilting her face up. Bella's heart stuttered. But you. Irina's eyes darkened, hungry, fascinated. You are too interesting to kill. Bella didn't know whether to run or spit in her face again. What do you want from me? Bella whispered. Irina's smile widened. Everything. Bella's stomach dropped. And if I don't give it? Irina leaned in until their mouths were a breath apart. Then I will take it. Bella's breath trembled. She hated that her body reacted, that something electric sparked deep in her, something that felt terrifyingly like desire. Irina saw it. Irina felt it. And Irina liked it. You belong to me now, Irina whispered. Whether you understand it yet or not. Bella pushed her away. I don't belong to anyone. We'll see, Irina purred. Won't we? She turned to her crew. Bring her. Bella stepped back. Try it, she hissed. Irina grinned like a wolf promised a fresh kill. Oh, Bella, she murmured. I don't need to try. You'll come willingly. Bella's blood ran cold. Because the worst part, the most terrifying part, a small, traitorous piece of her already wanted to. Bella didn't go home right away. She didn't trust her legs to carry her, didn't trust her heart to stop pounding like she had swallowed a thunderstorm. The night air outside the club was cold enough to sting, but it did nothing to cool the heat rushing beneath her skin. She leaned against the brick wall, breathing hard. One hand pressed to her chest as if she could force her pulse to slow. What the hell did I just do? She whispered to herself. She had thrown a drink in Irina Volchok's face. Irina Volchok. The woman whose name was spoken only in warning. The woman who had ended bloodlines, not just lives. And Bella had looked her in those dark, impossible eyes and told her she didn't belong to anyone. That was the part that scared her the most. Not that Irina wanted to kill her, but that Irina didn't. Bella pushed off the wall and started walking fast, weaving through late-night crowds, turning corners without looking back. She didn't know where she was going, she just needed distance, movement, oxygen. Her thoughts were a hurricane. Why didn't she kill me? Why did she smile like that? What did she mean by everything? Bella's legs carried her several blocks before her instincts finally screamed that she was not alone. She slowed, glancing over her shoulder. A black car rolled slowly down the street behind her, too smooth, too silent, too predatory. Bella's mouth went dry. She sped up. The car did too.
No.
No, no, no. She cut down a narrower street, then another, heart punching against her ribs. She wasn't stupid. She knew Irina wouldn't let her walk away so easily. She had heard stories about people who crossed Irina, how they simply vanished. But the stories never included Irina smiling. The stories never included Irina whispering, "You belong to me now." Bella broke into a run. She darted across the street, nearly colliding with a cyclist, then sprinted into a crowded area where food carts steamed and people argued loudly in line for late-night dumplings. She shoved through the crowd, breath burning, pulse screaming. She didn't stop until she reached an alley behind a convenience store, chest heaving, hands trembling. She waited, listened. Silence. No footsteps. No car. Maybe she lost them. Someone stepped into the alley. Not hurried. Not sloppy. Slow. Deliberate. Bella froze, her body locking before her mind caught up. Irina Volchok emerged from the shadows like a nightmare with a pulse. Not a single hair out of place. Not a single sign she had chased Bella. She looked like she had simply chosen to appear. Running already? Irina asked softly, the faintest curl of amusement at her lips. I haven't even started. Bella's back hit the brick wall behind her. How did you find you? Irina's eyes glittered. Bella, I knew where you would go before you did. Bella's stomach twisted. Stay away from me. Is that what you want? Irina asked, stepping closer. Bella hated how her breath hitched, how her heartbeat betrayed her with every frantic thud. Yes, Bella said, even though a traitorous part of her couldn't look away. Irina's smile was slow and cutting. Lie again, she murmured, and I'll take it personally. Bella's breath trembled. You don't know me. I know enough. Irina reached out, not rough, not forceful, and brushed a lock of Bella's hair behind her ear. Bella jerked back like the touch burned.
It did.
Irina's eyes followed the movement with dark satisfaction. You are afraid, Irina said. Good. I'm not afraid of you. Irina laughed softly, a warm, lethal sound. No. She stepped close enough that her scent, cedar, smoke, expensive perfume, wrapped around Bella like a cage. Then why is your pulse breaking itself against your skin? Bella flushed, shoving Irina's shoulder, though it felt like pushing a statue. Don't touch me. I will touch you whenever I want, Irina said calmly. Unless you prefer to touch me first. Bella's breath stopped. Irina leaned in, lips near her ear. I wouldn't mind. Bella pushed her harder this time, fury breaking through fear. Leave me alone. Irina only smiled. I will never leave you alone. Bella's throat tightened. Why me? Irina didn't answer right away. She lifted Bella's chin between two fingers, not forcing, just guiding, making Bella meet her gaze. Irina's eyes were endless, unreadable, consuming. Because you do not fear me the way the others do, Irina said. And because you look at me like you want to hate me. Her thumb grazed Bella's jaw. But you want something else more. Bella's breath shook violently. You're imagining things. Am I? Bella's body betrayed her again, heat rising, breath catching, pulse stumbling towards something she refused to name. Irina stepped back slightly, giving Bella just enough space to breathe, and just enough to crave the closeness she had pulled away. You threw a drink in my face, Irina said softly. No one has ever dared. Glad to be the first, Bella snapped. Do it again, Irina whispered, eyes igniting. Bella's heart nearly stopped. Irina took another step, backing Bella fully against the wall. Defy me. Fight me. Run from me. I will enjoy every moment. Bella swallowed hard. What do you want from me? A war, Irina said. And a surrender. Bella shook her head. I'll never surrender to you. Everyone surrenders to me eventually. I won't. Irina smiled like someone who had already won. You already have. Something inside Bella fractured, sharp and painful and hot. I hate you, she whispered. Irina's eyes softened into something terrifyingly close to affection. Good, she murmured. Hate makes the fall sweeter. Bella felt her control slipping, her breath thinning, her thoughts scattering. Why won't you just kill me? Because I don't want you dead, Irina said. I want you awake, aware, burning. Bella shivered. Irina leaned in again, her lips almost brushing Bella's cheek, her voice a velvet threat. And I want you to understand something very important. Bella forced her voice out. What? Irina's hand slid along the wall beside Bella's head, caging her in without touching her. You humiliated me, Irina whispered. That means you owe me. Bella's blood ran cold. Owe you what? Irina's smile was pure danger. Time. Bella blinked. Time. 1 week, Irina said. You will come with me. Everywhere. You will answer me when I speak. You will look at me when I command it. You will stand beside me while my enemies watch and wonder why I have not broken you yet. Bella's heart pounded. And if I refuse? Irina's lips brushed Bella's ear, the faintest ghost of contact. Then I will take you anyway. Bella's breath shattered. Why? Because, Irina whispered, you belong to me. Bella finally found her voice. I belong to no one. Irina stepped back, eyes blazing with triumph. We'll see, she purred. Tomorrow. Midnight. I'll come for you. Bella shook her head. I won't be there. Irina smiled like someone who knew the ending of the story already. Yes, she murmured. You will. And then she was gone, vanishing into the shadows as silently as she arrived. Bella slid down the wall, trembling, breath broken, heart spiraling into a panic she couldn't contain, and a desire she couldn't deny. What terrified her most wasn't Irina's promise. It was the voice inside her whispering she would be there at midnight. Bella didn't sleep. She didn't even pretend to sleep. She lay in her tiny apartment, curled under a blanket that suddenly felt too thin, too warm, too suffocating, staring at the ceiling as the words Irina had whispered replayed in her head like a curse she couldn't shake.
Tomorrow.
Midnight. I'll come for you. Bella tried to reason with herself. She owed Irina nothing. She shouldn't go. She shouldn't even consider it. She should pack a bag, run, disappear, find a new city, a new job, a new name if she had to. But every time she imagined escaping, she felt something coil tight and hot inside her chest. Not fear, not exactly. Something worse. Something that tasted like anticipation. I'm losing my mind, Bella muttered, dragging her hands over her face. The sun crept through her curtains, slicing the room into stripes of pale light. Bella forced herself up, made coffee she didn't drink, showered twice, walked circles around her apartment, then left because she couldn't stand the walls closing in. She spent the day wandering the city, trying to drown her thoughts in noise and crowds. It didn't work. At every corner, she expected to see Irina's car. At every shadow, she felt watched. By evening, she was jumpy enough that when someone brushed her arm on the subway, she nearly screamed. Around 8 p.m., while she pushed her food around her plate at a cheap diner, her phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. Do not run. Bella's stomach dropped. She typed back before she could think. Stop stalking me. The reply came instantly. If I were stalking you, Bella, you would not see me. Bella's breath hitched. She shoved the phone into her pocket, leaving the food untouched. She walked fast, then faster. She didn't know where she was going. She only knew that midnight was coming and she couldn't control the trembling under her skin. She kept telling herself she wouldn't go.
She wasn't that stupid. She wasn't that weak.
She wasn't the kind of woman who showed up when a Mafia queen demanded it. At 11:30 p.m., Bella found herself standing in front of her mirror, staring at her reflection like she didn't recognize the woman staring back. Her hair was still damp from her second shower, her lips bitten from stress, her eyes too bright, too alive. She looked like someone teetering at the edge of a cliff, one breath away from either leaping or pulling herself back. I'm not going, she whispered to her reflection. Her reflection didn't believe her. At 11:46 p.m., Bella was outside her building. She didn't even remember walking down the stairs. At 11:58, she turned the corner onto the street where the club stood like a sleeping beast waiting for someone foolish enough to wake it. And at exactly midnight, she was standing in front of the entrance, hands shaking inside her jacket pockets, breath frosting the cold night air. This is insane, she whispered. She was about to turn away when the streetlight above her flickered. Bella froze. A black car rolled up silently beside her. The back door opened, and Irina stepped out. Not in the sleek black suit from the club. Not in anything predictable. She wore a long velvet coat the color of midnight, open enough to reveal a deep crimson dress beneath it. Luxurious, dangerous, the kind of dress that belonged on someone who could ruin lives with a smile. Her hair was down, cascading in dark waves over her shoulders, softening her sharpness, without diminishing her danger. She looked like a storm dressed as a woman. Bella's breath left her in a single stunned exhale. Irina saw the reaction, and her lips curved slowly. Good evening, Bella. Bella swallowed. I wasn't going to come. And yet, Irina said, stepping closer, here you are. Bella stepped back, but Irina followed with the ease of someone claiming a space she already owned. This doesn't mean anything, Bella said. I don't belong to you. You came when I called, Irina murmured. That means everything. Bella's pulse hammered. You manipulated me. I didn't have to. Irina's fingers brushed Bella's jaw, light, almost reverent. Bella's breath shook. Stop doing that. Doing what? Touching me like you own me. Irina smiled. You react like you want me to. Bella shoved her hand away. You're wrong. I'm never wrong, Irina said softly. Especially not about desire. Bella's heart lurched painfully. She hated how much Irina affected her. She hated the heat pooling low in her belly, the way her body leaned forward even as her mind screamed to run. What do you want from me tonight? Bella asked. Irina stepped behind her, her breath brushing the back of Bella's neck, making Bella shiver. Tonight, Irina whispered, I want only to watch you. Bella's throat tightened. Watch me do what? Irina's lips ghosted near her ear, without touching. Obey. Bella turned sharply. I'm not obeying you. Irina looked at her like she was amusement wrapped in defiance. You already are. Bella clenched her fists. Why me? Irina's expression softened, barely, but enough to be disarming. Because your fire answers mine, she said. Because you hit back instead of cowering. Because you would rather burn than bow. Bella's breath hitched. That's not a good enough reason. It is the only reason, Irina murmured. It is why you'll stay. I'm not staying, Bella said, though her voice wavered. Irina stepped closer until their bodies were almost touching. Then go, she whispered. The words stunned Bella. Irina stepped aside, leaving a clear path down the sidewalk. Go, Irina repeated. Walk away. Bella stared at the empty street. Her lungs tightened. Her body screamed to leave. To be safe.
To be sane.
But her feet did not move. Irina smiled, slow and victorious. That is why you are here, she whispered. That is why you'll be mine. Bella's pulse shattered. You're dangerous. Yes, Irina said. And you want dangerous things. Bella hated her for saying it, because the truth in those words made her knees weak. Irina extended a hand. 1 week, she said softly. Walk with me. Bella's fingers twitched. Her breath trembled. Her entire world narrowed to the space between Irina's hand and her own. If I say yes, Bella whispered. Then I will ruin you, Irina said. Completely. Bella's heart slammed. And if I say no? Irina stepped closer, her voice like silk dipped in poison. Then I will ruin you anyway. Bella's laugh broke on a shaky exhale. You're unbelievable. And you, Irina whispered, eyes burning, are irresistible. Bella closed her eyes for 1 second, one fatal second. When she opened them, her hand was in Irina's. And Irina pulled her close, her smile slow, devouring, triumphant. Good girl, Irina murmured. Bella's entire body lit on fire. Don't call me that. I will call you anything I want, Irina said. And you will answer. Bella's breath shook violently. But she didn't let go of Irina's hand. Not even when she realized Irina's crew was watching from the car. Not even when she realized that this moment, this choice, was going to cost her everything she thought she was. And the terrifying part? A part of her wanted to pay the price. Bella didn't realize what she had agreed to until Irina's hand closed around hers with a certainty that made Bella's stomach flip. It wasn't a grip. It was possession disguised as gentleness, a silent reminder of the promise Bella had made simply by showing up. The black car door opened, and Irina guided her inside with a touch at the small of her back that lingered too long, too knowingly, sending heat spiraling low in Bella's abdomen. The interior of the car was dark leather and soft lighting, expensive and quiet in a way that felt predatory. Irina sat beside her, crossing her legs with controlled elegance, her dress shifting like liquid wine over her skin. Bella stared pointedly out the window as the car began moving, refusing to give Irina the satisfaction of seeing how rattled she was. But she could feel Irina's gaze, slow, consuming, studying every twitch of Bella's expression. You're quiet, Irina murmured. Is it fear or anticipation? Bella clenched her jaw. It's irritation. Irina hummed, amused. Irritation is a form of attention. I'll accept it. Bella turned sharply. You don't get to interpret everything I do as you winning. Irina leaned in, their faces inches apart. Then stop giving me reasons to. Bella exhaled shakily, looking away again. Her reflection in the window betrayed everything she tried to hide: flushed cheeks, wide eyes, a pulse beating visibly at her throat. She hated that Irina saw it. She hated even more that Irina enjoyed it. The city blurred past as the car navigated deeper into territory Bella had never dared to enter. Quiet streets lined with townhouses, security cars patrolling silently, buildings with tinted windows and iron gates. The car stopped in front of a townhouse too elegant and too fortified to belong to anyone but a monster or a queen. Or, Bella realized, both. Irina stepped out first and offered her hand again. Bella stared at it, not moving. Irina arched an eyebrow. Do not make me repeat myself. Bella swallowed hard and placed her hand in Irina's. Heat shot through her at the contact. Irina noticed. Good girl, she whispered. Bella stiffened. Stop calling me that. Then stop responding to it. Bella flushed with frustration, but she didn't let go. Irina led her inside. The door closed behind them with a soft but heavy click, sealing Bella into a world that felt far too silent, far too intentional. The interior was breathtaking. Marble floors, soft lighting, art on the walls that looked priceless, furniture arranged just slightly too symmetrically. Everything smelled like lavender and danger. Bella hesitated at the threshold. Where are we? My home, Irina said simply. Bella's pulse jumped. Of all places Irina could have taken her, clubs, private rooms, some mafia den, this was the most intimate, the most confusing. Why bring me here? Bella asked. Irina stepped behind her, brushing a finger along Bella's spine through her coat, making her shiver violently. Because if I took you anywhere else, you would mistake this for business. Bella turned to face her. And what is this? Irina smiled, slow and devastating. An introduction. Irina guided her into a living room lit by a fireplace and a single warm lamp. Bella felt out of place, like something fragile in a room designed for predators. Irina poured a dark amber drink into 2 crystal glasses and extended one to Bella. Bella didn't take it. I'm not drinking anything you give me. Irina's lips twitched. I admire the paranoia.
It will save your life someday.
But tonight, Bella, I only want you lucid. Bella crossed her arms. Then don't offer me things. You misinterpret my intentions. Do I? Yes, Irina said softly. If I wanted to break you, Bella, I would not do it with poison. Bella's breath caught at the word break. Irina set her own glass down and stepped closer, slow, confident, circling Bella the way a storm circles land. You think I brought you here to intimidate you, Irina murmured behind her. You think I want your fear. Bella exhaled shakily. Isn't that what everyone gives you? Everyone but you. Bella turned her head slightly. You don't scare me as much as you think. Irina stopped in front of her, gaze sharp. You should be terrified.
Why?
Irina stepped forward until their bodies nearly touched. Because I do not tolerate challenges and I am obsessed with you. Bella's knees nearly buckled. You're insane. Yes, Irina whispered, but only about you. Bella hated the heat that spread through her chest. She hated the truth in Irina's voice. She hated how intensely she felt seen, undressed, without Irina even touching her. Irina lifted Bella's chin, fingers light but inescapable. Tell me, she whispered, why did you really come tonight? Bella forced herself to meet her gaze. Because you threatened me. No, Irina's voice was a velvet blade. Try again. Bella's throat tightened. Because I wanted answers. Liar. Because I didn't want you showing up at my apartment. Half-truth. Irina leaned in until their noses nearly brushed. Say the real reason. Bella's breath trembled. She tried to deny it. She tried to pull away. But Irina's presence wrapped around her like gravity, dragging the truth to the surface. I don't know, Bella whispered. Irina smiled. Then let me teach you. Irina took Bella's wrist and guided her to the sofa. Bella sat stiffly, her pulse in overdrive. Irina didn't sit beside her. She sat across from her, knees spread, posture relaxed but powerful, like a queen on her throne. Bella, Irina said softly, look at me. Bella crossed her arms, staring at the floor. No, Irina's voice dropped to something dark and dangerous. Look at me. Bella's head lifted without thinking, their eyes locking. Irina's approval was instant and devastating. Good. Bella flushed, hating the reaction. Stop doing that. Doing what? Acting like you control me. I don't control you. Not yet. Bella's breath caught on yet. This week, Irina continued, is not about obedience. It is about understanding. Understanding what? That you were made for this. Bella shook her head, furious. Made for what? Irina leaned forward, elbows on her knees, eyes burning into Bella. To stand beside me. Bella laughed, too loud, too shaky. You're delusional. Maybe. Irina smiled. But I am never wrong. Bella's voice cracked. I'm nobody. You are not nobody, Irina said. You are the first person in a decade who has looked me in the eyes and seen something other than horror. Bella swallowed. I don't know what I see. Yes, you do. Irina's voice softened. You see the part of me I don't show anyone. Bella's heartbeat stuttered. Irina stood and walked toward her. Bella tensed. Irina stopped inches away, searching her face with a seriousness that made Bella's lungs tighten. I will not touch you again tonight unless you ask me to, Irina said. Bella stared at her, shocked. Why? Because I want your surrender, Irina whispered, not your fear. Bella shook her head. I won't surrender. You already are. Bella opened her mouth to argue, but Irina gently took Bella's hand and placed it against her own heartbeat. Bella froze. Irina's pulse was steady, controlled.
Deadly.
Feel that, Irina whispered. Tell me yours isn't racing to match. Bella tried so hard to pull away, but her hand remained on Irina's chest. And Irina looked at her not like prey, not like property, like something inevitable. 1 week, Irina murmured. And you will understand. Bella whispered back. I'm not afraid of you. Irina smiled, slow and triumphant. Then why are you shaking? Bella didn't answer. She couldn't, because Irina was right. Again. Bella woke with a gasp, sitting upright in a bed that wasn't hers, in a room she didn't remember climbing into. Panic punched through her chest, short, sharp, instinctive, until the memories of the night crashed back into her like a tidal wave. Irina's hand around hers, Irina's heartbeat beneath her palm, Irina's voice whispering promises and threats that tangled together until Bella couldn't tell one from the other. Bella looked around. The bedroom was enormous, softly lit by the morning sun filtering through cream curtains. The sheets smelled like something expensive, like cedar, jasmine, and something darker she couldn't name. She didn't remember lying down. She didn't remember falling asleep. You sleep like someone who hasn't rested in months. The voice came from the doorway. Bella flinched so hard she nearly fell out of the bed. Irina stood there, dressed in a slate-gray suit, hair pulled back, posture poised, every line of her body carved with lethal elegance. Relax, Irina said. If I wanted to touch you while you slept, Bella, you would not be asking questions about it. Bella's cheeks burned. Did you carry me here? No, Irina said calmly. You followed me. Half asleep, stubborn even in unconsciousness. I found it endearing. Bella groaned, dragging a hand over her face. I want to go home. You will, Irina said. After today. Bella tensed. What's today? Irina walked into the room with a smooth, predatory grace that made Bella's breath catch. Day 1 of your week. Bella threw off the covers. I didn't agree to, you did, Irina interrupted. By showing up last night. Bella stood abruptly, glaring. You twist everything. Irina stepped close enough that Bella felt the heat of her body. No, Irina said softly. I reveal the truth you pretend not to see. Bella's heartbeat stuttered. Irina held her gaze for a long moment, then turned toward the door. Shower.
Get dressed.
Breakfast is waiting downstairs. Bella's fists clenched. Are you ordering me around now? Irina glanced back, smiling dangerously.
No.
If I were ordering you around, Bella, you would not be able to speak right now. Bella hated the blush crawling up her neck. Irina saw it. Irina always saw it. After Irina left, Bella showered quickly, trying to rinse the confusion off her skin, but it clung to her like a second layer. She found clothes laid out for her, simple black jeans, a soft gray sweater, boots that fit perfectly. Irina had measured her without touching her. Bella didn't know if that was terrifying or impressive. Probably both. When Bella walked down the grand staircase, Irina was seated at a long table with two plates, one untouched, one clearly arranged for Bella. Sit, Irina said. Bella hesitated. Please, Irina added, and something about Irina saying please made Bella's stomach twist in a way she didn't like. Bella Saturday, why am I here? She asked. Irina sipped her coffee, watching Bella with eyes that seemed to strip every layer of pretense from her. To learn. Learn what? Where you fit, Irina said simply. Bella stiffened. I don't fit anywhere near you. Incorrect. Irina set her cup down. Yesterday, you obeyed without realizing it. Today, you will realize it. I'm not obeying you, Bella snapped. Then leave, Irina said calmly, gesturing toward the front door. Bella froze. Not again. Irina had done this the night before. Offered her freedom, knowing Bella's body would betray her before her mind could. I want to go, Bella said weakly. Then go. Bella stood. Her legs didn't move. Irina's smile was slow, knowing intimate. Sit. Bella sat. Shame burned through her like wildfire. You're manipulating me, Bella whispered. No, Irina said softly. Your desire is manipulating you. Bella swallowed hard. I don't desire you. Bella, Irina murmured, leaning in slightly. Your heartbeat is loud enough to be embarrassing. Bella's face flamed. Irina pushed her plate toward her. Eat. Bella glared but took a bite despite herself. Irina watched her, satisfied. Good. Stop saying that, Bella muttered. Why? Because it makes me feel. Bella stopped herself. Irina's eyes lit with interest. Feel what? Bella shook her head. I'm not telling you anything. You already do, Irina said simply. After breakfast, Irina stood. Come. Where? Bella demanded. Irina walked to her without hesitation, without fear, without doubt. She brushed a strand of hair from Bella's face with infuriating gentleness. Everywhere. The day unfolded like a carefully orchestrated test. Irina took Bella through her world. Private meetings in polished boardrooms filled with men who looked at Bella with curiosity, jealousy, fear. A high-end tailor where Irina ordered 3 dresses for future occasions with Bella's exact measurements. A security office where dozens of screens tracked the city like a living organism. Everywhere they went, Irina walked beside Bella. Never behind, never ahead. Always close enough to touch. Always close enough to remind her she could. Everyone's staring at me, Bella murmured at one point. Yes, Irina said. They wonder why you're alive. Bella swallowed. What do you tell them? Irina looked at her with slow-burning heat. That you are mine. Bella's breath stuttered. Stop saying that. Then stop being it. Bella shoved her lightly. Irina didn't move an inch. I'm not yours. Say it again, Irina murmured, stepping closer, and maybe you'll start to believe it. Bella hated the way her body leaned toward Irina despite every rational thought in her mind. She hated the pull, the gravity, the inevitability of it. Late in the afternoon, Irina took her to a rooftop overlooking the city. The sky was gray, the wind cold, the view dizzying. Irina stood beside her, hands behind her back, watching Bella instead of the skyline. What is this? Bella asked quietly. A test, Irina said. Of what? Your honesty. Irina stepped closer, her voice dropping. Tell me what you feel when you look at me. Bella shook her head immediately. No, tell me, Irina repeated, firmer this time. Or, I will tell you. Bella closed her eyes. She felt Irina's breath on her cheek, warm despite the cold wind. You feel drawn to me, Irina whispered. You feel angry about it. You feel alive in a way that scares you. You feel seen, exposed, wanted. Bella exhaled sharply, her entire body trembling. Stop. Irina cupped her jaw gently, not possessive, not controlling, just truthfully. And worst of all, Bella, you feel like this is exactly where you were meant to be. Bella's eyes snapped open. You're wrong. Irina smiled softly. So, wrong that you stayed all day? Bella's lips parted, but no words came out. Irina lowered her hand. Tomorrow will be harder. Harder. Bella echoed.
How?
Irina's eyes darkened like a storm gathering speed. Because tomorrow, Irina murmured, you'll start wanting things you're not ready to admit. Bella's breath hitched. Irina leaned in close. And I will be right there, watching every moment you break. Bella's pulse erupted into chaos. Irina stepped back, leaving Bella shaking, breathless, furious, and wanting more than she could endure. Bella didn't know how she made it through the night. After spending the entire day at Irina's side, forced into a world she wasn't built for, dragged into rooms where men twice her size looked at her with the kind of caution normally reserved for bombs, her mind should have been exhausted. And it was. But her body buzzed, vibrated, pulsed with something she refused to name. She barely slept, every breath too shallow, every heartbeat reminding her of the way Irina had whispered tomorrow will be harder, like it was a promise she intended to carve into Bella's bones. At sunrise, Bella found herself standing in Irina's kitchen, pouring coffee with trembling hands. She didn't know why she was awake. She didn't know why she was still here. She didn't know why she hadn't run the first chance she got. Footsteps behind her made her nearly spill the mug. You're up early, Irina said. Bella hated how her body reacted before she could force control, back straightening, breath catching, pulse jumping. I couldn't sleep, Bella muttered.
Good.
Why is that good? Because it means, Irina said, walking toward her with slow, predatory purpose. You're thinking about me. Bella scoffed, but the heat in her face betrayed her. You think everything is about you. When it comes to you, Irina said, I know it is. Bella turned sharply. You're impossible. Yes, Irina said softly, and you crave impossible things. Bella's breath stuttered. Before she could answer, Irina reached past her to take the mug from her hands. Her fingers grazed Bella's. One touch, one spark, one breath that left Bella's chest too fast. Irina looked at her like she was reading every thought Bella tried to bury. Today, Irina said, I will push you. Bella stepped back. You've already pushed me enough. No, Irina said. I've only touched the surface. Bella crossed her arms, forcing her voice to stay steady. And what does pushing mean? More mind games? More manipulation? More truth, Irina interrupted calmly. Bella's jaw clenched. I don't want your truth. Liar. Irina stepped closer, brushing a thumb lightly over Bella's lower lip. Bella froze. Irina's gaze dropped to Bella's mouth. You want everything I give you, Bella. Especially the parts you don't understand yet. Bella's knees weakened. She stepped away before Irina could notice, though Irina always noticed. Where are we going today? Bella asked. Somewhere you need to see.
Why?
Because you still think I'm only darkness. Bella tensed. You are darkness. Irina smiled faintly. And yet you keep walking into it. Bella opened her mouth, ready to deny everything, when the front doors burst open. 3 of Irina's guards rushed in. Boss, there's a situation. For the first time since they met, Irina's expression changed. Not fear, not panic, but a split-second tightening of her jaw, a shadow falling over her eyes. Bella's stomach clenched. What's going on? Irina turned to Bella, crisp and controlled. Stay here. No, Bella. I said no. Irina stepped closer, lowering her voice. Do not challenge me on this. Bella's pulse spiked.
Why?
What's happening? A guard answered for Irina. There was an attack. On one of our fronts. The barricade is breached. Irina shot him a warning look, but Bella already felt the fear tighten around her ribs. An attack, she whispered. Was it for you? Everything is for me, Irina said softly. Stay here. She turned, but Bella grabbed her wrist. Irina froze like the touch shocked her. Bella had never touched her first. Not once. Their eyes locked. Something raw flickered between them. If someone is targeting you, Bella whispered, I'm not staying behind. Irina looked at Bella like she was something dangerous in a way even Irina couldn't predict. Something that could change the world she thought she controlled. You don't understand the risk, Irina said. Then explain it, Bella shot back. Because all you do is pull me in without telling me what I'm stepping into. Irina stared at her for one long, blistering moment. And then she said words Bella never expected to hear.
Fine.
Come with me. The drive was fast, tense, silent. Irina sat beside Bella, jaw clenched, eyes fixed on the road ahead. Bella had seen Irina angry. Bella had seen Irina smug. Bella had seen Irina calculating. But this razor-sharp focus, this cold precision, it was something else entirely. Who attacked you? Bella finally asked. Irina's answer was quiet. Someone who wants me gone. Because of the club incident. No, Irina looked at her, and for once there was no arrogance, no seduction. Only truth. Because of what I am. Bella swallowed. And what are you? A queen, Irina said simply, in a world where every king wants me dead. Bella's chest tightened, not from fear of Irina, but from fear for her. And I'm what? A liability. You are not a liability. Then what am I? A reason. The car stopped. The guards exited first. Irina stepped out second. Bella followed, heart pounding. They entered a warehouse that looked abandoned from the outside, but was clearly a battleground inside. Windows shattered. Bullet marks in the steel walls. Blood on the floor. Bella stopped breathing. Irina walked through it all with terrifying calm, stepping over broken glass, examining damage with calculated precision. Whoever did this, Irina said, wanted to unsettle me. Bella watched her. Irina wasn't shaken, not visibly, but Bella sensed something shifting, something barred behind her ribs. Bella walked closer until she was beside Irina. Are you okay? Irina didn't answer right away. Then, softly, I don't get to be okay. Bella's chest twisted. Irina. Irina turned to her. Her eyes were not dead, not cold. They were burning with something Bella hadn't seen yet. This is my world, Irina said. And now you stand in it. Do you regret coming with me? Bella didn't hesitate. No, Irina inhaled like Bella had struck her. Not in pain, something else. Something deeper. Something frightening. You shouldn't say that, Irina whispered. Because it makes me want to keep you even more. Bella stepped closer. Why did you really bring me here? Irina's jaw flexed. Because I wanted you to see what being near me costs. And? Bella asked. Irina's eyes softened into something heartbreakingly human. And to see if you would run. Bella shook her head. I didn't. I know. Irina reached out, not with dominance, not with control, but with a trembling softness Bella had never expected. Her fingers brushed Bella's cheek, lingering. That is the most dangerous thing you've done yet. Bella leaned into the touch before she could stop herself. Irina exhaled, almost shakily. For the first time, Irina Volchok looked like someone who could break. And Bella understood suddenly, painfully, terrifyingly. Irina wasn't afraid of losing power. Irina was afraid of losing control of herself. And Bella was the one unraveling her. A sound echoed upstairs. Footsteps. Fast. Heavy. Irina snapped back into her lethal self in an instant, pulling Bella behind her. Stay close, she ordered. Bella didn't argue. For once, she didn't want to. The door above opened. A figure stepped out, armed. Irina reached for her gun. But Bella reacted first. She grabbed Irina's arm and yanked her behind a pillar just as the first shot rang out. Irina looked at Bella, stunned. Bella whispered, breathless, You're not the only one who protects. Irina stared at her like she was seeing her for the first time. Footsteps approached. Irina took Bella's hand, not to control her, not to dominate her, but to pull her safely against her body. And Bella held on. For the first time, Irina wasn't the one hunting. She was the one being hunted. And Bella was the one standing beside her. The world had just shifted. And both of them felt it. The moment the shot echoed through the warehouse, Bella felt Irina's hand clamp around hers with a force that wasn't dominance this time. It was fear, raw and instinctive, the kind of fear someone only feels when they have something to lose. Bella didn't fully understand it yet, didn't dare name what it meant, but it stunned her more than the gunfire. Irina Volchok, being afraid, was like the earth tilting under her feet. The footsteps came closer. Irina's muscles tightened, her breath steadying into something cold and lethal as she raised her gun and pulled Bella deeper behind the steel pillar. "When I say move," Irina whispered, "you move. Do you understand?" Bella nodded automatically, her own fear a humming live wire under her skin. But layered beneath was something sharper, protectiveness. She wasn't thinking logically, she wasn't trained for this world, yet every instinct she had screamed to keep Irina safe. That alone terrified her more than the bullets. Irina glanced at her, registering the tremor in Bella's hands. "Stay behind me." Bella swallowed hard. "I can help." "You already did," Irina said quietly. "More than you know." Another shot rang out. Bella flinched. Irina didn't. She stepped out from behind the pillar in one fluid movement, returning fire with precision so exact Bella forgot to breathe. 2 more shots, then silence. Heavy steps. A thud. And then nothing. Irina lowered her gun slowly. "It's clear," one guard called from upstairs. "We handled the rest." Irina didn't holster her weapon immediately. She stood there, breathing steadily, eyes sharp, jaw locked, the embodiment of controlled violence. Bella watched her, watched the terrifying, magnetic grace of a woman who survived by being the deadliest force in any room, and felt her pulse surge in a way she didn't want to examine too closely. When Irina finally turned, her eyes landed not on the dead man, not on her guards, but on Bella. And not with triumph, not with arrogance, but with something like disbelief. "You pulled me out of the line of fire," Irina said, voice low. Bella tried to shrug, but her voice came out thin. "You would have done the same." "No," Irina said. "No one has ever done that for me." Bella didn't know what to say. She didn't know how to breathe. Irina stepped closer. The warehouse suddenly felt too small, too warm, too charged. "You could have died," Irina whispered. "I didn't," Bella whispered back. "Because of you." Irina reached out, hesitating for the first time since Bella met her. Her fingers brushed Bella's cheek, the gentlest touch Bella had ever felt, feather-light but shattering. "You don't understand what that means," Irina said. Bella's breath trembled. "Then explain it." Irina's eyes softened, dangerously, devastatingly. "It means," Irina whispered, "that you're not just mine. I'm becoming yours." Bella's heart stopped. The world stopped. Irina seemed to realize what she had admitted, because she stepped back abruptly, shutters slamming down behind her eyes. "We're leaving." Her voice was clipped, sharp again, as she signaled her guards. Bella followed silently, her thoughts spinning out of control. The ride was tense, not with anger, but with something far heavier, an intimacy they didn't know how to handle. Irina didn't look at her once. Or maybe she did, through the reflection in the window, when she thought Bella wouldn't notice. They arrived at a building Bella didn't recognize, smaller than Irina's home, but heavily guarded, discreet, hidden behind tall trees and tinted glass. Irina led her inside without a word. "Where are we?" Bella asked finally. "A safe house," Irina answered. "No one knows this location except a handful of my most trusted people." Bella blinked. "And you brought me here?" Irina stopped walking. Slowly, she turned to Bella. Her voice was soft, but her eyes were burning. "You saved my life." Bella's chest tightened. "So you trust me now?" "I trust you more than I should," Irina whispered. "And that is the problem." She walked deeper into the safe house, motioning Bella to follow. "You need rest," Irina said. "You're shaking." "I'm not." "Yes," Irina interrupted. "You are." Bella looked down. Her hands trembled openly. She cursed herself and hid them behind her back. Irina stepped close, too close, and took Bella's wrists gently, pulling her hands forward again. "Do not hide from me," Irina said. "Not this." Bella felt warmth flood her chest at the softness in Irina's voice. "I'm not scared," Bella whispered, though she was. Yes, Irina murmured, but not of the right things. And what should I be scared of? Bella asked. Irina's thumb brushed the inside of her wrist. Slow, deliberate, devastating.
Me.
Wanting you. Bella's breath cracked. Irina let go suddenly, stepping back like she needed distance or she might do something neither of them could take back. I need a moment, Irina said, almost to herself. She stopped. Bella had never seen her like this, fractured at the edges, breathing unevenly, the weight of the world pressing down on her shoulders. Bella stepped toward her. Irina didn't move away. You're shaking too, Bella whispered. Irina didn't deny it. Bella reached out, fingers brushing Irina's hand. A small touch, but it was enough. Irina exhaled like Bella had just undone her. She turned her hand and threaded her fingers through Bella's. Not with dominance. Not with command. But with need. You shouldn't touch me, Irina said, voice barely audible. Why? Because I don't know what I'll do if you ask for more. Bella's heart pounded so loudly she wondered if Irina could hear it. What if I don't ask? Bella whispered. What if it just happens? Irina closed her eyes.
Bella.
Don't. Why? Bella asked softly. Because, Irina said, opening her eyes with something fierce and vulnerable swirling inside them, I cannot break you. And I will. Bella stepped closer until their bodies were inches apart. You didn't break when I saved you. Irina's breath hitched. You don't understand. That moment it changed something. Good, Bella breathed. Irina stared at her for several agonizing seconds. Then slowly, Irina raised a hand and traced Bella's jawline with a touch, so soft Bella's knees nearly buckled. You don't know what you're doing to me, Irina whispered. Bella's voice barely came out. Maybe I do. Irina's thumb brushed the corner of Bella's mouth. Bella's lips parted. Irina froze, but didn't pull away. The air between them felt electric, fragile, dangerously close to breaking. Bella, Irina murmured, if I kiss you now, I will never let you go. Bella whispered, then don't. Irina inhaled sharply, her self-control snapping in her eyes. She leaned in, close enough that Bella felt her breath, close enough that their noses brushed, close enough that one more tremble, one more breath, one more heartbeat would seal their fate, and then Irina pulled back like she had been burned. Not like this, Irina said, voice ragged. Not when you're shaken. Not when she didn't finish. Bella stepped forward, but Irina raised a hand.
No.
If I kiss you now, it won't be gentle. Bella's pulse roared. Maybe I don't want gentle. Irina's eyes darkened into something that made Bella's entire body light up. You don't know what you're asking. Bella whispered, teach me. Irina's breath shuddered. She turned away, running a hand through her hair. I need time to think. And you need sleep. Irina, go, Irina whispered. Before I lose what little control I have left. Bella wanted to argue. She wanted to push. She wanted to fall into Irina like gravity. But the look in Irina's eyes wasn't anger. It was desperation. So Bella stepped back. Irina watched her leave with an expression Bella had never seen, like letting her walk away cost Irina something she didn't know how to name. And Bella realized, trembling, breath uneven, Irina wasn't fighting Bella. Irina was fighting herself. And losing. Bella didn't sleep. Again. Not even close. After Irina pulled away from the almost kiss that had shattered Bella's sanity and left her trembling in a way she wasn't ready to name, Bella lay awake in the safe house bedroom staring at the ceiling and replaying everything. The gunfire. The way Irina had looked at her like she wasn't made of flesh and bone but something far rarer. The way Irina's self-control had cracked the moment Bella whispered, teach me. The way Irina had nearly kissed her, nearly surrendered to something she claimed she never allowed herself. Bella's body hummed, her breath uneven, her thoughts a spiral she couldn't climb out of. When dawn finally pressed through the blinds, Bella couldn't stay still another second. She threw on the first clothes she found and slipped out of the bedroom, her steps silent on the cool floors of the safe house. The living room was empty, the kitchen silent. But then she heard it, a faint thud, rhythmic, sharp. Curious, she followed the sound down a narrow hallway. A heavy steel door was slightly open. Bella pushed it. Inside was a training room. And Irina. She was alone, fists wrapped, slamming punch after punch into a hanging leather bag. Sweat clung to her skin, her braids swinging with each strike. She wasn't graceful now. She was furious, explosive, unrestrained violence carved into movement. Bella froze at the threshold. She shouldn't watch, but she couldn't look away. Irina punched again, harder. And again. And again. Something was cracking inside her, with every strike. Finally, Irina hit the bag so hard it swung wildly. She grabbed it, breath ragged, forehead touching the leather. And then, quietly, painfully, she whispered, "I can't." Bella's heart clenched. Before she could think, she stepped into the room. The floor creaked. Irina turned instantly, eyes blazing, body coiled tight like she expected danger, not Bella. When she saw who it was, her whole expression changed. Not softened, no. Irina Volchok didn't soften, but shifted into something raw and unguarded. "You shouldn't be in here," Irina said, breath heavy. "Then don't leave the door open," Bella replied. Irina's jaw tightened. She turned away, grabbing a towel, wiping sweat from her neck like she needed something to focus on other than Bella. "I needed to think," Irina said. "Violence helps." "That's not healthy," Bella said. "Neither is wanting you." Irina froze. Bella did too. The words hung between them, electric and destructive. Slowly, Irina turned, her eyes dark and burning. "Forget I said that." "No," Bella stepped closer. "I won't." "Bella, no," Bella said again, louder this time. "You keep running from it. From me. From yourself." Irina walked toward her, slow, dangerous, as if each step cost her control. "You don't understand what you're pushing." "Then tell me," Bella demanded. "Tell me instead of shutting me out." "I can't." "Why?" Bella whispered. Irina stopped inches away. Sweat glistened on her collarbone. Her breath ghosted Bella's lips. "Because," Irina said, voice dark and ruined, "if I let myself want you, I will want everything. All of you. I don't do halfway, Bella. Not in anything." Bella's pulse misfired. "Then take everything." Irina inhaled sharply like Bella had just broken her last lock of restraint. "Do you even know what you're asking?" "No," Bella whispered, "but I know who I'm asking." Irina's eyes closed for half a second of devastating vulnerability, before opening again, filled with hunger and warning intertwined. "You should fear me." "I don't." "You should," Irina said. "I ruin things. People. I don't let go when I take hold. I don't stop. I don't ease. I don't," her voice faltered. Bella reached up and touched Irina's wrist. Irina sucked in a breath, trembling beneath the contact. "You don't scare me," Bella said softly. "You make me feel alive." A sound escaped Irina, quiet, strangled, like she was breaking. She grabbed Bella's waist, pulling her close so fast Bella gasped. Irina held her there, not kissing her, not touching her anywhere else, but pinning her with the heat of her body. "If I kiss you," Irina whispered, "you won't walk away." "Good," Bella breathed. Irina's grip tightened. "If I touch you, you won't sleep without craving more." "Maybe I already do." Irina's breath hitched. "Bella, stop fighting it," Bella whispered. "Stop fighting me." Something snapped. Irina's eyes darkened, her restraint crumbling like ash under a flame. She grabbed Bella's jaw gently, so gently it contradicted everything she'd said about herself, and pressed their foreheads together. Their breaths tangled, uneven, desperate. Bella's stomach flipped violently. "Tell me," Irina murmured, to stop. Bella whispered, "I won't." A low growl escaped Irina's throat, animal, hungry, helpless. And then, finally, Irina kissed her. Not gently, not timidly, but with years of hunger and denial colliding at once, with the force of someone who had held herself back too long and didn't know how to be careful anymore. Bella melted into her instantly, hands gripping Irina's shoulders, pulling her closer, closer, closer. Irina kissed like she fought. Precise, intense, devouring. Bella moaned into her mouth, and Irina's grip tightened, as if the sound shattered her. Bella pushed against her, wanting more, needing more, and Irina responded with a sound that vibrated through Bella's entire body. Their mouths moved in wild, desperate sync, years of loneliness and fear and desire pouring out in one breathless, consuming rhythm. Irina's hand slid up Bella's back, then down, pulling her flesh against her. Bella's fingers tangled in Irina's hair, tugging lightly. Irina groaned. "Bella," Irina whispered against her lips. "If you keep doing that," Bella tugged again. Irina kissed her harder. They stumbled, Irina backing Bella against the wall, not with violence but with need. Her hands framed Bella's face, her forehead pressing to Bella's as she breathed her in. "I shouldn't," Irina whispered. "Then don't stop," Bella whispered back. Irina kissed her again, and again, and again, until Bella couldn't breathe and didn't care. Until the world shrank to heat and breath and hands gripping like they'd fall apart if they let go. Until Irina pulled back only enough to whisper, voice breaking, "I'm losing myself." Bella cupped her face. "Then lose yourself with me." Irina's entire body trembled. She kissed Bella once more, slow this time, agonizingly slow, as if memorizing the shape of her mouth. "I won't let anything hurt you," Irina whispered. "Not this world. Not my enemies. Not even me." Bella kissed her after that, soft, assuring. But then, faint, distant, vibrating through the safe house, a phone rang. Irina stiffened immediately. She pulled away, breathing hard, eyes shifting from molten hunger to lethal focus. She answered.
"What?"
A pause. Irina's jaw clenched.
"Who?"
Bella watched fear creep into Irina's eyes. Real fear, the kind she never showed. Irina ended the call and turned to Bella. "We need to go." "What happened?" Bella asked. Irina's eyes burned with rage and dread. "The attack wasn't random," Irina said. "It was a message." "From who?" Bella whispered. Irina stared at her, voice hollow and cold. "From the one person who knows exactly how to hurt me."
"Who?"
Irina stepped closer, touching Bella's cheek with shaking fingers. "My sister." Bella's breath caught. "Your sister did all this?" "Not just this," Irina said. "She wants you." "Me?" Bella choked. "Why?" Irina's voice trembled as she whispered the answer. "Because she knows what you are to me." Bella's blood turned to ice. Irina grabbed her hand, holding it like a lifeline. "Whatever happens next, stay with me. Don't let her take you." Bella swallowed hard. "I won't." Irina pulled her close, forehead to forehead again. "I will burn the city before I lose you." And Bella believed her. Bella didn't fully understand what fear was until she saw it in Irina's eyes. Not anger, not fury, not the deadly focus she displayed when facing rival crews or bullets tearing through the air. No, this was something older, deeper, carved into her bones long before Bella ever walked into her life. The fear of her sister. The fear of losing Bella. Irina held her hand with a grip that felt nothing like possession now, and everything like desperation. It made Bella's breath catch as Irina pulled her through the safe house, barking orders at her guards, tension slicing through the air like knives. "Seal every entrance," Irina commanded, voice razor-sharp. "No one gets in or out without my direct approval. And get the cars ready. All of them." Bella tried to keep up, heart pounding. "Irina, slow down. What's happening?" "We're leaving," Irina said without turning.
"Now."
Bella's pulse surged with adrenaline. "Leaving to where?" Irina didn't answer immediately. She turned another corner, her grip still tight on Bella's hand, every step raw with urgency. It was terrifying because Irina never rushed. She never panicked. She never lost control. Until now. "Irina," Bella said, tugging her hand back gently. Irina stopped. Just stopped. As if pulled by a force she didn't know how to resist. She didn't let go of Bella's hand. She pulled her closer instead, their bodies almost touching, breaths mixing in the tight hallway. "She will come for you," Irina whispered, voice cracking. "My sister. She knows where to hit me. She always has." Bella swallowed hard. "Why me?" Irina cupped Bella's cheek, thumb brushing her skin with a tenderness Bella had no defenses against. "Because she saw something in you before I did." "Which is what?" Bella asked, heart racing. Irina hesitated. "You are the first crack in my armor," she whispered. "And she wants to widen it until I break." Bella shook her head. "Then don't break." Irina let out a sound like a broken laugh. "You don't understand. She's ruthless in ways I never was. If she wants you gone, she will burn the world until she finds you." Bella took a step closer, chest brushing Irina's. "Then let her come," Bella whispered. "I'm not running from your world." Irina froze.
Completely.
She looked at Bella like those words rewired the universe. Then, slowly, painfully, she leaned down and pressed her forehead to Bella's. "You make me weak," Irina whispered. "And strong," Bella said. "And reckless," Irina added. "And alive," Bella whispered. Irina shuddered, breath trembling, then exhaled like she had no more fight left in her, at least not against Bella. She grabbed Bella's hand again, pulling her toward the garage. The guards had already arranged a line of black SUVs, doors open, engines humming. Irina motioned for Bella to get into the middle car. But Bella hesitated at the door. "Irina, where are we going?" Irina's jaw clenched. "Somewhere no one knows. Not even her." "Your sister?" Bella asked. "Yes." Irina looked away for a moment, and Bella saw something there, shame, maybe. Pain, definitely. "She was cruel even as a child," Irina said quietly. "But when I took the family from her, when I inherited everything, she became something else. Something monstrous." Bella stepped closer. "Why did you take it?" Irina met her gaze. "Because our father chose me. And she never forgave him." Bella let out a shaky breath. "So this is personal." Irina's eyes hardened. "Everything with her is personal." She paused. "She doesn't hurt strangers. She hurts weaknesses. People I protect. People I love." The word love hit Bella like a physical force. Irina blinked, realizing what she'd said. "Don't," Irina whispered. "Don't put meaning where I didn't intend it." Bella's heart ached in a way she wasn't prepared for. "You said it," Bella whispered. Irina exhaled shakily. "I didn't mean you did," Bella insisted. "Or it wouldn't have come out." Irina looked torn open, breathing unevenly, the strongest woman Bella had ever seen unraveling in front of her. "Bella, say it," Bella whispered. Irina brushed Bella's cheek with trembling fingers. "Not now," she said, voice cracking. "Not when danger is this close." Bella stepped back, refusing to push further. "Not now." Irina gently guided her into the car. The door had barely closed when a deafening explosion shook the ground. Bella screamed as the SUV jolted sideways, flames bursting through the garage doorway. "Move!" Irina yelled to her guards. The driver slammed his foot on the accelerator, the car screeching forward as debris crashed behind them. Bella's hands shook violently. Was that a bomb?" "Yes," Irina said, checking her gun. "She's closer than I thought." Bella's breathing quickened. "She wants to kill us?" "No," Irina said darkly. "She wants to take you alive." Bella's stomach plummeted. "Why me?" "Because she thinks having you will destroy me." Bella's breath stuck in her throat. "Will it?" Irina stared at her, longer than she should have, softer than she intended, and said nothing. That was answer enough. The convoy sped through back streets, weaving through traffic until they reached a narrow tunnel that led underground. The SUV descended into darkness. Bella clutched the door, her heartbeat thundering. "Where are we?" "A fallback bunker," Irina said. "A place no one outside my inner circle knows." The SUV stopped. The doors unlocked. Arina grabbed Bella's hand again. Stay close. Bella nodded, heart still racing. They moved through dim corridors lined with concrete and steel. The bunker was fortified like a military base. Heavy doors, security scanners, cameras everywhere. But something felt wrong. Too quiet. Too still. Arina sensed it too. She slowed, pulling Bella closer. Something's off, she whispered. Stay behind me. Bella did. For once, she didn't argue. They reached the final door, the safe core of the bunker, and Arina typed in a code. The door clicked, opened. And there, waiting inside, was a woman. Dark hair, pale skin, eyes like sharpened ice. A smile curved on her lips as she tapped a finger against her knee. Hello, little sister. Arina stopped cold. Bella's heart plummeted to her stomach. Arina moved instantly, pulling Bella behind her like a shield. How did you find this place? Arina hissed. The woman's smile widened. Arina, did you really think you had secrets from me? Bella's skin crawled. Arina's sister stood slowly, stepping into the light. She looked like Arina, but colder, sharper, like someone who enjoyed cruelty the way others enjoyed wine. So this is the girl, she said, tilting her head. The reason you've been slipping. The reason you're weak. Arina snarled. Actually snarled. Touch her and I'll. Kill me? Her sister laughed. You've tried. Bella's pulse spiked with terror. Arina positioned herself fully between them. You're not taking her. Oh, but I already did, her sister said. The moment you let her matter. Arina lunged just a step, but it was enough. Her sister raised a small remote and clicked a button. The ground shook. Alarms blared. Steel shutters slammed down behind them. I'd run if I were you, she said calmly. This bunker collapses in 3 minutes. Arina grabbed Bella's hand. Run. Bella didn't hesitate. They sprinted down the hallway as the ceiling cracked, concrete dust falling like ash. Bella's legs burned, lungs screaming, but Arina never let go of her hand. Faster. Arina yelled. A beam crashed behind them, shaking the entire corridor. Bella stumbled. Arina caught her. Lifted her. Carried her. Put me down. Bella gasped. No, you'll fall. I won't. The tunnel ahead began to crumble. Arina ran harder. Bella held onto her, heart racing with terror, and something else. Something she didn't have time to understand. They burst through the final doorway just as the ceiling collapsed entirely behind them. Dust exploded outward. Bella coughed violently. Arina shielded her body with her own. The bunker entrance sealed shut with a deafening finality. Silence followed. Heavy, suffocating silence. Bella looked up, dizzy, shaking, barely able to speak. Arina, are you okay? Arina's chest heaved. She didn't answer. Instead, she grabbed Bella's face between both hands, rough, desperate, terrified, and kissed her. Not like before. Not hungry. Not controlled. But like someone who almost lost the one thing she couldn't lose. Bella melted into her, arms wrapping around Arina's neck as Arina pressed her forehead to Bella's, breathing shakily. I thought I lost you, Arina whispered. Bella whispered back. You won't. Arina tightened her hold. She wants to break me. She won't, Bella said. She wants to take you. She won't, Bella repeated. Arina closed her eyes, voice trembling. I won't survive it if she does. Bella held her tighter. For the first time, she wasn't just craving Arina. She was protecting her. And she whispered the only truth that mattered now. Then we fight together. The world didn't stop collapsing behind them until Arina slammed the emergency hatch shut and the metallic echo rang down the narrow maintenance corridor like a final heartbeat. Bella's chest heaved. Dust clung to her skin. Her legs trembled so violently she wasn't sure they would hold. But Arina didn't give her legs the chance to fail. She had Bella pressed against her, arms locked tightly around her as though letting go might let death slip between them. Bella's fingers dug into Arina's shoulders, clinging back with equal desperation. For long seconds neither of them breathed properly. They simply existed in the raw, frantic aftermath of almost dying. When Irina finally pulled back, her hands stayed on Bella's face, thumbs brushing dust from her cheeks. "Are you hurt?" Irina whispered, voice torn open. Bella shook her head. "Are you?" "I don't care about me." "I do." Irina inhaled sharply, like those two words shook something loose inside her. She leaned her forehead against Bella's. Their breath mingled, uneven and hot. "I need to get you somewhere she can't reach," Irina murmured. "There's one place left. Only one." "Where?" Bella whispered. Irina pulled away enough to take her hand, squeezing hard. "Come with me, and I'll show you." Bella nodded because by now she obeyed instinctively, not because Irina demanded it, but because something inside her was already wired to follow Irina wherever she went. They moved through the narrow maintenance tunnel. Irina led with her gun drawn, hyper-aware, tense, scanning every shadow. Bella stayed close behind, close enough that when Irina suddenly stopped, Bella bumped into her back. "Careful," Irina murmured without turning, her voice softer than it had any right to be. "I'm right here," Bella whispered. "I know." Irina reached back and grabbed Bella's hand again, interlacing their fingers. The gesture wasn't dominant or commanding. It was grounding. Necessary. They emerged into an alley several blocks from the bunker, the street eerily quiet. Irina's guards rushed toward them, stunned by the sight of their boss covered in dust, and Bella pressed tightly against her side. Irina lifted a hand. "No one touches her," she ordered. "No one even speaks to her. She stays with me." The guards nodded immediately. Irina ushered Bella into a sleek, unmarked car, different from the armored convoy, less conspicuous. The moment the doors closed, silence fell heavy between them. Bella could feel Irina's tension vibrating off her, like wires pulled too tight. The car accelerated through back streets, weaving into parts of the city Bella had never seen. Faded neighborhoods tucked between abandoned factories, old brick buildings that looked forgotten by time. Bella watched Irina instead of the road. Irina's jaw was tight, her eyes fixed straight ahead but clearly unfocused. Her hand, resting on her thigh, was trembling. Bella reached out slowly and placed her hand over Irina's. Irina flinched, not from fear but from the shock of being touched gently. Bella didn't pull away, and Irina didn't move her hand. "Irina," Bella whispered. Irina closed her eyes for a second, as if steadying herself against something that had nothing to do with violence and everything to do with Bella. "You scare me," Irina said quietly. Bella blinked. "I scare you?" "Yes." Irina opened her eyes, turning her hand to hold Bella's. "Because you're the only thing I can't control." Bella swallowed hard. "You don't have to control me." Irina looked at her with something fierce and fragile intertwined. "I don't know another way to keep someone safe." Bella's heart tripped. "You don't have to keep me safe alone. I'm here. I'm choosing this." Irina shook her head. "You shouldn't have to." Bella squeezed her hand. "But I am." Irina stared at her like she didn't understand how Bella existed. Like Bella was something impossible, dangerous, precious. The car slowed. Irina glanced out the window, then turned to Bella. "We're here." Bella followed her gaze. They had stopped in front of a rundown brownstone, its windows dark, ivy crawling up cracked brick, the street outside empty and quiet. "What is this place?" Bella asked. Irina hesitated. "Then, my childhood home." Bella's breath caught. "Your home. Before everything," Irina said softly. "Before the family. Before the power. Before I became someone she wanted to kill." Bella felt the weight of the confession settle between them. "Why bring me here?" "Because it's the only place she can't track," Irina said. "It's off every record. The only thing our father ever left me that she didn't take." Bella stepped out of the car, the air cold enough to bite her skin. Irina followed, hovering close, her hand sliding to the small of Bella's back as if she couldn't stop touching her. Inside, the brownstone was dim and dusty, untouched for years. But it wasn't empty. Bella could feel the ghosts lingering, memories in the air, childhood shadows pressed into faded wallpaper. Irina stopped in the foyer, her shoulders tense. I haven't been here in a decade, she said. Bella touched her arm gently. We don't have to stay if it hurts you. Everything hurts me, Irina whispered. Except you. Bella's chest tightened painfully. Irina moved deeper into the house, stopping in a small living room where old furniture sat draped in sheets. She pulled one off the sofa and sat down heavily, looking suddenly exhausted. Bella sat beside her. Not close, but close enough. Irina stared at the floor. When my father chose me as his successor, she snapped. She said I was unworthy, unfit, unlovable. Irina tightened her hands into fists. She said anyone I cared about would die. Bella placed her hand on Irina's fist. Irina flinched again. She tried to prove it, Irina whispered. More than once. Bella swallowed, realization settling like ice. She killed someone you loved. Irina didn't answer.
She didn't have to.
Bella touched Irina's face, turning her gently until they were eye to eye. I'm not her target because I'm a weakness, Bella said softly. I'm her target because I'm proof she was wrong. Irina's breath shuddered. Don't say things like that. Why not? Because they undo me. Bella didn't move her hand. Maybe you need to be undone. Irina looked at her with an expression Bella had never seen, not even during their kiss. Something deeper. Something carved from years of loneliness and pain and yearning buried under layers of violence. Irina lifted her hand and touched Bella's cheek. You're not safe with me, Irina whispered. Bella leaned into her touch. I've never felt safer. Irina closed the last centimeters between them, but this wasn't like the kiss in the safe house. This was slower, gentler, like Irina was memorizing Bella's face. Bella's breath caught as Irina whispered, I don't want to ruin you. You won't, Bella whispered back. You couldn't. Irina shook her head. I ruin everything I love. Bella froze. Irina did too. Irina blinked hard, like she hadn't meant to say it. Irina, Bella whispered. Irina looked away. Don't. Not right now. Bella touched her cheek again and pulled her face back gently. Look at me. Irina did.
Slowly.
Fear in her eyes.
Real fear.
Bella whispered. I'm not going anywhere. Irina's breath trembled so violently Bella felt it against her mouth. I don't deserve you. You don't get to decide that. Irina's lips brushed Bella's, barely, a feather-light touch that made Bella's entire body light up. Bella kissed her fully, pulling Irina closer, fingers gripping the lapels of her coat. Irina kissed her back with a tenderness Bella never imagined she was capable of, slow, aching, reverent. Bella climbed onto her lap without thinking, straddling her thighs, and Irina inhaled sharply like Bella had ripped the last thread of restraint from her hands. Irina's hands slid to Bella's waist, gripping her gently but firmly. Bella broke the kiss only enough to breathe against Irina's mouth. Tell me, Bella whispered. Tell me what I am to you. Irina swallowed hard. You're the only thing that's ever felt real. Bella's heart fractured open. Irina kissed her again, and again, and again, until they were lost in each other, breathless and tangled and shaking from everything they'd survived. They didn't hear the sound outside at first. Not until it was too late. A distant car door. Heavy footsteps. A metallic click. Bella pulled away, breathless. Irina? Irina stiffened under her, eyes narrowing. She's here. Bella's heart dropped. How? It doesn't matter. Irina stood so fast Bella slid into her arms naturally, and Irina set her down gently. Irina grabbed her gun. Get behind me. Bella didn't argue. Glass shattered in the next room. Irina stepped forward. Bella followed. There would be no running now. No hiding. No bunkers or safe houses or childhood shadows to protect them. This time, they would face the threat together. And Irina, voice low and lethal, whispered the promise Bella already knew she meant with every breath in her. I will kill her before I let her take you. Bella had never felt fear like this. Not even when Irina's gun had been pointed at her the first night, not even when the bunker collapsed behind them. This fear was deeper, bone deep, because this wasn't just danger coming for her. This was danger shaped like Irina's blood, danger that knew exactly where to cut to hurt Irina the most. Irina's hand gripped Bella's tightly as they edged toward the shattered doorway. Bella could feel Irina's pulse, a hard, violent rhythm, not from panic, but from something far more lethal.
Rage.
Protective, all-consuming rage. Bella's breath trembled. Irina, stay behind me, Irina whispered, stepping forward with her gun raised. I mean it this time. Do not step in front of a bullet for me. Bella swallowed.
She didn't promise.
Irina noticed. Bella, she hissed. I'm serious. Bella didn't move. So am I. Irina shut her eyes briefly, pain flashing through her expression. Then she kissed Bella without warning, hard, desperate, like she was imprinting the shape of Bella's mouth onto her own in case the next minutes tore them apart. When she pulled back, her eyes were burning. If she touches you, I will destroy the world, Bella whispered. Then don't let her. Irina nodded. Once, sharp, final, then stepped toward the living room. Bella followed. The house felt too small, too silent. A shadow moved across the broken window. Irina aimed, steady, precise. But the figure that stepped inside wasn't her sister. It was a man, one of her sister's soldiers. Helmet on, rifle raised. He fired first. Bella screamed Irina's name, but Irina moved with terrifying speed, pushing Bella behind the heavy sofa just as bullets tore through the wall where Bella had been standing. Irina returned fire. 3 shots.
Clean. Deadly.
The man hit the floor before Bella even processed the sound. Bella's lungs burned. Irina crouched beside her, grabbing Bella's chin and looking her over frantically. Are you hit? No, Bella whispered. Irina, then stay here. Irina stood again, and Bella grabbed her wrist. Irina froze. Slowly, she looked down at Bella. Don't, Bella whispered. Don't leave me alone. Irina's face cracked open. For a moment, Bella saw the woman beneath the ruthless leader, the girl who grew up in this house, who lost everything to the woman now hunting them. I'm not leaving you, Irina said softly. I'm clearing the way. She pulled her wrist free but brushed her fingers against Bella's cheek as she rose. It was fleeting, but Bella felt it everywhere. More footsteps thundered outside. Irina fired again, moving like smoke, like death wrapped in elegance. But for every soldier she dropped, Bella sensed the truth. These weren't the real threat. Her sister was close. Bella peeked from behind the sofa. The front door creaked open. Irina pivoted, gun aimed. But the person who stepped inside made Irina still in a way Bella had never seen. Her sister. Taller than Irina. Same dark hair. Same bone structure. Same eyes, but twisted, hollow, glittering with a cruelty that made Bella feel cold. Hello again, little sister, she drawled, twirling a small blade between her fingers. Irina didn't lower her gun. I'm going to kill you. You've tried, her sister said with a grin. But killing me doesn't fix your weakness. It amplifies it. Her gaze slid past Irina.
To Bella.
Bella felt the air leave her lungs. Irina stepped in front of her instantly. Touch her, Irina said in a low, dangerous voice, and I'll rip your heart out with my bare hands. Her sister laughed. Look at you. The great Irina Volchok, undone by a bartender. Irina fired. The shot grazed her sister's cheek, slicing it open. Her sister touched the blood, still smiling. Temper, temper. Irina fired again, but her sister rolled behind a column. Bella crawled behind a chair, heart pounding so loud, she thought the house could hear it. Irina moved with controlled fury, shooting through the wall, forcing her sister back. You think you can protect her? Her sister called. You couldn't protect anyone else. Irina froze. Bella saw it.
Saw the crack.
Saw the wound inside Irina burst open. She means nothing like them, her sister taunted. Irina's voice dropped to a whisper. Don't say their names. Oh, but I love saying them, her sister purred. You're first. The dancer. What was her name? Stop, Irina growled. Bella felt sick. Her sister kept going. Beautiful thing she was. So delicate when she begged. Irina fired 4 shots in rapid succession, missing only because her hands shook with rage. Bella crawled closer, staying low. Irina's sister laughed. And then there was the lawyer. The one who thought she could fix you. Bella watched Irina's breath break. She died, crying your name. Shut up. Irina screamed. Bella had never heard her scream. Never heard her lose control. And her sister knew it. Tell your little girlfriend, she sang, how you let them die. Bella couldn't stay hidden anymore. Irina, Bella whispered, crawling toward her. Irina spun, eyes wild. Get back. A shot rang out. Bella didn't think. Didn't breathe. She launched herself at Irina, slamming into her, knocking her off balance just as the bullet flew. It skimmed Bella's arm, burning like fire. Irina caught her before she hit the floor. No, 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 Bella. Irina's voice broke, real breaking, like something inside her was tearing apart. Bella winced. Blood trickled down her arm. I'm okay, Bella whispered. You're not, Irina whispered, pressing her forehead to Bella's. You can't get hit.
Not you.
Not ever. Irina, stay down. Irina rose. Something in her eyes had changed.
Broken.
Unleashed. She stepped out from cover, not caring about her own safety. Her sister aimed again. Irina fired first. The gun flew out of her sister's hand. She screamed, stumbling back. Irina stalked toward her like a storm given flesh. You don't get to touch what's mine, Irina growled. You don't get to speak her name. You don't get to breathe the same air. Her sister snarled. You've gone soft. No, Irina whispered, pressing the barrel to her sister's forehead. I've gone alive. Her sister smiled faintly. You won't kill me. Try me. If you do, her sister whispered, you'll never know the truth. Irina stiffened. Bella felt the shift even from across the room. Irina's hand trembled. What truth? About why everyone you love dies. Irina's breath shook violently. Bella tried to stand, but her arm throbbed too much. Irina, don't listen. Irina pressed the gun harder. Talk. Her sister looked past Irina again, straight at Bella. She'll die too, she whispered. Unless you let me take her. Irina's entire body snapped. Over my dead body. If she stays with you, her sister taunted, she will die. Just like the dancer. Just like the lawyer. Just like... Irina screamed and struck her across the face with the gun. Bella forced herself to her feet, stumbling. Irina. Irina's breath came in harsh bursts. Her sister licked blood from her lips. You think I killed them, she whispered. Poor Irina. You always needed a villain to blame. Irina's voice cracked. You killed them. No, her sister whispered. You did. The words sliced Irina open. Bella saw Irina's face crumble. Fear, confusion, grief, all colliding. You're lying, Irina whispered. Am I? Her sister purred. Why do you think everyone close to you dies? Why do you think they're always in the wrong place at the wrong time? Irina shook her head violently. Stop. You attract danger, her sister whispered. You push people away. You destroy them. You, stop. Irina screamed, raising the gun. Bella stepped forward despite the pain. Irina, listen to me. Irina's sister smirked. Look at her, Bella. Look at what she really is. Bella yelled, Yarwyana. Irina's world snapped back into focus. She turned, just for 1 second, to Bella. That second saved her life. A knife flew past Irina, slicing her cheek open instead of her throat. Her sister had thrown it. Irina fired without hesitation. The bullet grazed her sister's arm, but it was enough to disarm her again. Irina lunged, pinning her sister to the wall. You don't get to rewrite my life, Irina snarled. You don't get to take her. But her sister only smiled. You already have. Bella stepped closer, clutching her bleeding arm. Irina, she whispered, voice trembling. She's lying. She wants you broken. Irina's jaw clenched. Bella, stay back. No, Bella said. Not this time. She placed her hand gently over Irina's on the gun. Irina froze. Bella whispered, You don't destroy people. You save them. Irina's breath shook. Bella, you didn't kill them, Bella said. And you won't let her make you think you did. Irina's eyes filled, not with tears, but with something too deep to name. Bella pressed closer. You don't lose people because you're poison, Bella whispered. You lose them because you love too hard. You fight too hard. You survive too hard. Irina's sister laughed softly, touching. Irina snapped. Shut up. Bella cupped Irina's cheek. Look at me. Irina did.
Slowly.
Pain all over her face. You didn't kill them, Bella said again, firmer.
She did.
Or she arranged it. Or she took advantage of the chaos. But she's the one who wants you to carry that guilt. Irina's grip loosened, just barely but enough. Her sister saw it. She shoved forward, knocking Irina off balance. Bella screamed. Irina steadied herself. Her sister grabbed a fallen knife and lunged straight toward Bella. And Irina, without hesitation, without breath, without thought, threw herself in front of the blade. Bella didn't see the knife hit Irina's body. She only heard the sound Irina made. A sound she had never heard from her. Not pain. Not fear. Something far worse. A soft, stunned gasp, like the world had been ripped in half inside her chest. And then Irina collapsed forward into Bella's arms. Irina! Bella screamed, catching her, feeling the warm rush of blood soak instantly into her hands. Irina's sister smiled, actually smiled, like she'd been waiting years for this moment. Finally, she said softly. Balance. Bella saw red. Everything inside her snapped. She lowered Irina gently to the floor, her hands trembling as she pressed against the wound. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, Bella whispered, voice shaking violently. Irina's eyes fluttered open, dark and dizzy. She looked up at Bella, not at her sister, not at the knife, not at the blood, only at Bella. You're safe, Irina whispered. I promised. Bella's chest cracked open. Don't talk like that. I keep my promises, Irina breathed. Bella felt her throat close. You're not dying. Do you hear me? You're not. Irina's lips twitched like she wanted to smirk, stubborn, even wounded. But the pain dragged her expression down. Bella pressed harder on the wound. Irina grimaced. Bella, don't, Bella said, voice breaking. Don't say my name like it's the last time. Irina's eyes closed for a moment. Bella shook her.
No.
Irina, look at me. Irina forced her eyes open, and Bella saw something that shattered her completely. Fear. Not for herself. For Bella. Behind them, Irina's sister tilted her head, blade glinting in her hand. How poetic, she said softly. You die saving someone who will ruin you just as surely as you ruined everyone else. Bella's head snapped up, eyes burning with fury she didn't know she possessed. You hurt her, Bella whispered. You tried to kill her. She killed herself, the sister said. Every time she chose someone over the family. Bella rose slowly, covered in Irina's blood, shaking with something primal. You think she ruined people? Bella said, voice low, trembling. You think she destroys everyone she loves? I don't think, the sister corrected. I know. Bella stepped forward. You're wrong. Don't delude yourself. You are wrong. Bella roared. The house shook with the sound. Irina's sister actually paused. Bella continued, voice raw, shaking wild. She didn't kill those women. You did. Irina's sister's smile slipped. Careful. You sabotaged her, Bella said, stepping closer. Every person Irina cared about, you made sure they died. The sister smirked again. Prove it. Bella took another step, close enough to see the faint scar near the sister's hairline, hidden behind perfect hair. You're jealous. The sister's face twisted, just for a second. Bella smiled, a small, dangerous smile Irina would have recognized instantly. You couldn't stand that your father chose her, Bella whispered. You couldn't stand that the family followed her, that she became powerful,
Loved.
respected. The sister lunged. Bella didn't flinch. You killed the dancer, Bella said. The sister froze. You pushed her in front of that car, not Irina. The sister's jaw clicked. Bella kept going, stepping even closer. The lawyer didn't die crying Irina's name. She died whispering yours, because you shot her. Irina made a small, agonized sound behind her. Bella didn't look back. She couldn't. The sister's voice trembled. You know nothing. I know enough, Bella whispered. You didn't want Irina to be alone. You wanted her broken. Because broken people are easier to control. The sister's eyes flickered. Fury, fear, something unhinged. Bella pushed harder. You convinced her she was poison, so she would never love anyone again. She isn't capable of love. She loves me, Bella screamed. The words tore out of her body, like a wound exploding open. Irina made another sound behind her. This one small, trembling, like Bella's voice reached places inside her no bullet ever could. Irina's sister's expression shattered. She doesn't love you, she snapped. She loves no one. Bella stepped closer until their faces were inches apart. She threw herself in front of a knife for me, Bella whispered. What have you ever done for her but hurt her? The sister trembled. For the first time, Bella saw fear in her eyes. Real fear. You're dangerous, the sister whispered. More dangerous than she is. Good, Bella breathed. Irina's sister slashed her knife. Fast, deadly, but Bella had already anticipated it. She grabbed a broken chair leg from the floor, blocked the strike, and slammed the wood into the sister's ribs. The sister staggered back, wheezing. Bella pressed forward, rage burning through the fear. You don't get to touch her, Bella said. You don't get to blame her. You don't get to rewrite her past. She swung the chair leg again. The sister ducked but stumbled, hitting the wall hard. Bella advanced, filled with a fury she didn't know she possessed, a fury that felt ancient, protective, primal. You wanted to break her, Bella hissed. But you forgot one thing. What? Her sister spat. Bella raised the chair leg, gripping it like a weapon. Someone who's broken can still be loved. The sister lunged again, but Bella was faster. She slammed the chair leg into the sister's forearm, sending the knife clattering across the floor. Bella kicked the blade away. The sister snarled, trying to strike with her bare hands, but Bella grabbed her by the shoulders and shoved her back with strength she didn't know she had. The sister hit the wall again. Hard. Bella raised the chair leg. Irina's sister's eyes widened, but Bella froze. Irina. Bella turned. Irina was still on the floor, bleeding heavily, propped against the sofa, her head lolling slightly. Her eyes were half open, fixed on Bella. Bella, Irina whispered, voice so faint it barely existed. Don't become her. Bella dropped the chair leg instantly. It hit the floor with a hollow thud. Bella ran to Irina, falling to her knees and grabbing her face. I'm here. I'm here. Irina, stay with me. Irina reached up weakly, touching Bella's cheek with shaking fingers. You're bleeding. Bella laughed, a broken, hysterical sound. You're dying, and that's what you care about. Irina smiled faintly. You're mine to worry about. Bella pressed her forehead to Irina's. Don't you dare leave me. I won't, Irina whispered, if you don't let her win. Bella looked back at the sister, still on the floor, clutching her arm, glaring. Bella turned back to Irina. Tell me what to do. Irina closed her eyes, breathing uneven. Call my second in command, code 9 Black. He'll send medics. Bella grabbed Irina's phone from her pocket, hands shaking. But Irina's sister spoke again, voice low and venomous. She's dead anyway, she said, standing slowly, smirking. You can't save her. You'll lose her like you lose everything, Bella snapped. She grabbed the fallen knife, faster than her sister anticipated, and pointed it directly at her. Her voice dropped into something cold and lethal. If you take one more step, I will finish what Irina started. The sister froze. Bella stepped in front of Irina, knife raised. Irina's breath trembled softly behind her. Touch her again, Bella whispered, voice shaking with rage, and I will end you. Irina's sister stared at her, and for the first time since the beginning of this war, she backed up. Bella called the code. Reinforcements were already mobilizing. The sister fled out the back door before the guards arrived, but her eyes never left Bella's. And Bella knew this wasn't over. But Irina might be. Bella dropped to her knees again. Blood everywhere. Too much. Far too much. Stay with me, Bella whispered, hands trembling violently as she cupped Irina's face. Irina, stay with me. Irina's hand lifted weakly, brushing Bella's cheek for the last time before her strength gave out. I love, Bella's breath broke. Irina, say it. Say it. Irina's lips moved.
Barely.
And then her eyes rolled back. Her body went slack. Irina, Bella screamed, shaking her, blood covering everything. Bella's own heart split open as Irina's head fell against her shoulder. The medics burst through the door seconds later. But Bella didn't move. She held Irina close, sobbing into her hair, whispering the only words she had left. Don't die. Don't die. Please don't die. Bella didn't remember how the medics pulled Irina from her arms. All she remembered was the warmth of Irina's blood seeping through her fingers and the echo of Irina's last unfinished words looping inside her skull like a broken prayer. I-oh love, and then nothing. The next minutes, maybe hours, blurred together in a haze of shouts, rushing footsteps, and cold air biting at Bella's skin as Irina's body was loaded into an unmarked van. Bella climbed in after her, pushing past a guard twice her size who tried to stop her. I'm not leaving her, Bella hissed, voice sharp enough to cut steel. The man hesitated only a second before recognizing the truth. Irina would kill anyone who kept Bella away, even unconscious. Bella sat pressed against Irina's stretcher, gripping her hand so tightly her knuckles ached. Irina's skin had always been warm, electric, but now it felt cold, fading, like something inside her was slipping away. Bella leaned over her, forehead pressed to Irina's. Stay alive, she whispered. I don't care what happens next. I don't care what she said. I don't care what she's done. Just stay alive. Irina didn't move, didn't whisper, didn't breathe in that fragile, subtle Irina way Bella had grown to memorize. The medic across from her injected something into Irina's arm. She's losing too much blood, he muttered. We need to operate immediately. Bella held Irina's hand even harder. She'll survive. We don't know that, he said. Bella snapped her head toward him with a ferocity that made even the hardened enforcer flinch. She'll survive, Bella repeated. Because I'm not letting her do anything else. They reached the facility, a hidden medical wing disguised as a warehouse, and the doors burst open as the medics rushed Irina down a sterile hallway. Bella followed until a nurse blocked her path. You can't go in. Bella didn't shout. Her voice dropped into something colder, darker, more dangerous than Irina herself. Move. Ma'am, this is a sterile environment. Bella shoved past her, only to be pulled back by two guards. Let me go, she screamed, thrashing violently. I won't leave her. The doctor closed the operating room doors. Bella slammed her fists into the glass until her skin split. The guards finally released her, maybe out of fear she'd break their wrists if they didn't. Bella pressed her forehead against the glass, tears she didn't feel falling down her face. She watched Irina disappear behind curtains and bright lights, the surgical team swarming around her. Bella slid down the wall, her blood-smeared hands trembling. Don't die, she whispered again. Don't you dare die. Time stopped having meaning. People ran through the halls. Orders were shouted. Guards fortified the entrances as if preparing for war, because they were. Irina's sister had escaped, and she wasn't finished. But Bella couldn't care. Not while Irina hovered between life and death. Hours passed. Bella didn't move. Someone tried to bring her water. She ignored them. Someone whispered that Irina's pulse had dropped. Bella's heart cracked. Someone else whispered that Irina might not make it. Bella nearly broke the glass. Eventually the doctor emerged. Bella shot to her feet, so fast she nearly slipped. Is she alive? The doctor exhaled. We removed the blade fragments. She lost significant blood, but she's stable for now. Bella swayed. Relief hit her so hard it hurt. Can I see her? Only for a moment, he said. Bella shoved past him before he finished talking. Irina lay on a narrow bed, pale, too still, hooked to machines that beeped with slow, fragile consistency. Bella approached quietly, as if afraid to disturb her. She sat on the edge of the bed and brushed her fingers across Irina's cheek. You almost left me, Bella whispered. You promised you wouldn't. Irina didn't stir, didn't open her eyes. But Bella didn't stop touching her. She lifted Irina's hand and held it against her chest. You protected me, Bella whispered. Now I protect you. Hours passed again. Bella didn't sleep, didn't close her eyes. Every time Irina's heartbeat slowed, Bella's breath caught. Every time Irina's fingers twitched, Bella's heart leapt. Near morning, a soft knock echoed in the doorway. Bella didn't look. Leave. Irina's second-in-command cleared his throat. We found something. Bella still didn't look. Unless it's a cure for dying, get out. It's about her sister. Bella tensed. What about her? We intercepted a call, he said. She's regrouping, planning another strike. Bella's jaw clenched. Let her come. She won't attack without a plan, he said. And she said something else. Bella finally turned, eyes narrow. Say it. She said she has a message for you. Bella's blood turned to ice. For me? Yes, he said. She said, tell Bella she doesn't know the whole truth. Bella rose slowly from Irina's bedside. What truth? She didn't say. Where is she now? Unknown, he said. But we're tracking. Not enough, Bella cut in. Find her. The man hesitated. You should stay with Irina. Bella turned back to Irina. Her chest tightened. Leaving her felt impossible, like ripping her own heart out. But Irina's sister was still alive, still hunting. And if Bella didn't confront her, she would come back. And next time, she'd aim to kill. She came for Irina because of me, Bella whispered. If I don't stop her, she'll keep coming. The man didn't argue. He simply nodded. I'll gather the team. Once he left, Bella leaned over Irina again, brushing a strand of hair from her face. I'll be back, Bella whispered. I swear it. But I have to finish this. For you. Irina didn't respond. Bella kissed her forehead, soft, careful, then pulled herself away with visible pain. She made it 3 steps before she heard it. A whisper, barely audible. Bella, Bella froze. Slowly shaking, she turned. Irina's eyes were half open, glazed, unfocused, but alive. Bella rushed back to her side, grabbing her hand. Irina, I'm here. I'm here. Irina blinked slowly, her breath thin and trembling. Where are you going? Bella's throat closed. I'm going to stop her. Irina's fingers curled weakly around Bella's. No, Irina, she'll kill you. She'll kill me. She'll kill everyone unless someone ends this. Irina's head moved barely a centimeter in a desperate shake. She wants you. I know, Bella said softly, cupping Irina's cheek. That's why I'm ending it. Irina let out a broken, pained sound. Bella stroked her face. Don't cry, Bella whispered. I'm not leaving you. You are, Irina whispered. I feel it, Bella leaned closer. I always come back to you. Irina's eyes filled with something Bella had never seen so openly, fear of losing someone she loved. Bella kissed her forehead again. Rest. Heal. Let me handle her. Irina tried to grip Bella's wrist, but didn't have the strength. She'll lie, Irina whispered. She'll twist everything, Bella smiled sadly. She already tried. And she failed. Irina's eyes fluttered. I'll love, Bella froze. She held Irina's face gently. Say it. Irina swallowed, breath shuddering. I love you, Bella's breath broke. Tears finally fell. She pressed her forehead to Irina's. I love you. God. Irina, I love you too. Irina exhaled shakily, like the words stitched her back together. Don't go, she whispered. Bella kissed her, soft, trembling, pulling back before it hurt Irina. I'll come back, Bella promised. I swear it on my life. But I have to end this for us. Irina's eyes drifted shut again, but not unconscious, not fading. Just exhausted. Bella stood, breath uneven, heart torn in half. She walked to the door. Her hand trembled on the handle. Irina whispered behind her, barely audible. "Come back." Bella closed her eyes, letting the word anchor itself inside her chest like a vow. "Always," she whispered. Then she left to face the monster who created the one she loved. Bella didn't feel her legs as she walked out of the medical safe house. She didn't feel the cold night air, didn't feel the burn in her arm, didn't feel the dried blood cracking against her skin. All she felt was the echo of Irina's voice inside her. "I love you. Come back." The words were anchors and knives at the same time, pulling her forward and holding her back. But Bella didn't stop. She couldn't. Because if Irina's sister wasn't ended tonight, everything Irina had fought for, everything they had together, would be destroyed. Bella moved through dark alleys and back routes she'd never known existed, guided by Irina's second-in-command and two of the most trusted guards Irina had left. But Bella didn't walk behind them. She walked in front, and nobody dared move her. They reached an abandoned textile factory on the outskirts, a place where the air hung heavy with oil and dust, where shadows clung to the walls like broken memories. The guards exchanged a nervous glance. "She's inside," one whispered. "But she's expecting us." Bella tightened her grip on the gun Irina had given her nights ago, the gun she had never fired until today. "Good," Bella whispered. "Let her expect me." The men hesitated. "We go in first." "No," Bella replied. "If anyone goes in first, it's me." The men opened their mouths to argue, then closed them when Bella gave them a look Irina herself would have respected. Bella stepped through the broken doors. The factory was silent.
Too silent.
Dust shifted under her feet with each step. Moonlight cut through cracks in the high windows, casting sharp white lines across the dirt floor. Bella walked deeper into the darkness. "Come out," Bella said. "You wanted me. I'm here." A slow clap echoed from the shadows. Bella turned, gun raised. Irina's sister stepped into the moonlight, and she was smiling. "Bravo," she said softly. "You came alone." Bella didn't lower the gun. "I'm not afraid of you." "You should be," the sister replied, her smile widening. "Because I know what you fear." Bella took a step closer. "I fear nothing." "You fear losing her," the sister whispered. Bella's jaw tightened. The sister's eyes glinted with satisfaction. "That's what makes you weak." "That's what makes me dangerous," Bella corrected. "Because, unlike you, I protect what I love." The sister's face twisted into something cold and brittle. "You think you love her?" Bella's eyes didn't waver. "I know I do." The sister laughed, a sharp, ugly sound. "Then let me show you something." She snapped her fingers. A projector flickered on from the shadows behind her. Footage filled the cracked concrete wall. Grainy.
Dark.
Security footage of Irina. A younger Irina, softer, less hardened, standing in a hallway with a woman Bella didn't recognize. A dancer, Bella realized. The one her sister claimed Irina let die. Irina was holding the woman's hand, looking at her with an expression Bella had never seen before. Tenderness.
Fear. Love.
Bella's chest squeezed. Then the next clip began. This time, Irina was arguing with someone off-screen. The audio was muffled, but the anger was unmistakable. She slammed her hand against a wall. The dancer reached for her, but Irina pulled away, shouting something Bella couldn't hear. Irina's sister stepped closer. "Do you see? Irina loses control around the people she loves." Bella didn't respond. The sister continued. "She pushes. She rages. She breaks the world with her own hands." Bella glared. "That is not murder." "No," the sister agreed. "But her chaos attracts murder. Triggers it." The next video showed the dancer leaving the building alone.
Crying. Distracted.
Stepping off the curb without looking. A car speeding toward her. Bella braced herself, expecting to watch Irina's sister push her. But instead, it was Irina. Irina appeared in the corner of the frame, yelling something, running toward the dancer, grabbing her arm and shoving her. Not into the street. away from it. But the momentum confused the dancer. She stumbled backward, slipped on wet pavement, and fell directly into the path of the car. The impact was instant. Bella's heart stopped. Her stomach churned. Irina in the video screamed. A raw, agonized scream Bella had never imagined Irina capable of, falling to her knees as she cradled the lifeless body. Bella covered her mouth, feeling the pain radiate through her chest. Irina's sister's voice slid into the cracks like poison. Irina killed her. Bella shook her head violently. She was trying to save her, but she didn't, the sister snapped. Just like the lawyer. Another video began. The lawyer stepping into a courthouse. Irina arguing with her outside, and Irina's sister filmed secretly from a distance. Bella watched the lawyer leave, shaken, stepping into a waiting car. Seconds later, the car exploded. Bella staggered. Irina didn't do that. No, the sister said. But Irina angered the wrong people. Her recklessness got the woman killed. Irina left her unprotected. Irina was the reason the hit was ordered. Irina, stop, Bella yelled, tears streaking down her face. Irina would never let someone she loves die. But she did, the sister whispered.
Twice.
And you'll be the third. Bella shook her head. That's why you want me dead. No, the sister snapped. I want Irina broken. I want her to see the pattern. I want her to watch you die and realize she is a curse. Bella stepped closer, fire burning through the helplessness. The only curse in her life is you. You think loving Irina makes you her savior? The sister hissed. It makes you her next victim. Bella raised the gun. I'm not afraid to kill you. You won't pull the trigger. Try me. Irina's sister tilted her head. Irina killed them. And oh, Bella roared. She tried to save them. And you punished her for not being perfect. She destroys everything. No, Bella said, stepping even closer. She destroys herself. The sister's face flickered with confusion. Bella took that opening. You want her broken? Bella whispered. She already was. Long before I met her. Long before those women died. Because you broke her. The sister flinched. Bella saw it. The wound beneath the cruelty. A wound that had festered for years. Bella pushed closer. You weren't angry because Irina was chosen. You were angry because she wasn't yours. She didn't love you like you loved her. The sister's eyes widened with feral fury. Shut your mouth. You were jealous of everyone she ever cared about, Bella said. You didn't kill those women because Irina loved them. You killed them because they came before you. The sister screamed and lunged, knife raised. Bella fired. The bullet hit the sister's shoulder, spinning her to the ground. Bella walked toward her, gun aimed, chest heaving, tears streaming. This ends now. The sister snarled up at her. If you kill me, Irina will never forgive you. Bella's hands trembled. She hesitated. A single second. And that second broke everything. The sister smiled slowly. You don't know the final truth. Bella's voice cracked. What truth? The sister leaned forward, eyes gleaming. Irina didn't just lose the dancer and the lawyer. A pause. A long, excruciating pause. Irina lost someone else. Before both of them. Bella shook her head. Irina would have told me. She doesn't remember, the sister whispered. But I do. Bella's stomach tightened. You're lying. No, the sister said, grinning now. You remind her of her. Bella's world pulsed. Of who? Her first love, the sister whispered. The one she watched die in her arms when she was barely 18. Bella staggered back. The sister continued, savoring every word. The one killed by a stray bullet meant for Irina. Bella shook her head, breath trembling. She never told me, because she doesn't remember her name, the sister said softly. Trauma does that. Bella's heart cracked open. The sister leaned closer. You are her pattern, her curse, her repeat tragedy. Bella's fingers tightened around the gun, but her hand shook too much to fire. The sister smiled. If you love her, leave her. Bella's heart hammered with pain, with rage, with terror. with confusion. No, Bella whispered. I won't leave her. I won't abandon her to you. The sister sighed. Then you'll die. And she'll lose everything all over again. Bella lifted the gun, but this time her hands stilled. Her voice dropped into something dark. I won't die, because Irina taught me how to survive. The sister smirked. Irina won't forgive you for killing me. Irina won't forgive herself for losing me, Bella whispered. But she'll heal. She always heals. Bella tightened her grip. The sister tensed. And just as Bella began to pull the trigger, the factory lights burst on. Dozens of red laser sights appeared across Bella's chest. Irina's sister laughed. You came alone, she said softly. And I didn't. Bella's breath hitched. The sister lifted her hand, and all the lasers tightened. Bella's heart raced. Her mind screamed. Irina's voice echoed. Come back. Bella exhaled a single breath, steady, calm, resigned, and furious. I will, Bella whispered. Even if I have to kill every one of you. The sister smiled. Not if they kill you first. And then she gave the command to fire. Bella had a split second to decide what dying looked like. The laser sights burned against her chest like tiny suns, her heartbeat drumming in her ears louder than the hum of the factory lights, louder even than the laugh curling from Irina's sister's lips. Bella's hand tightened around the gun, not out of fear, but out of a vicious, reckless love that felt more like hunger than anything she'd ever known. If she died here, she thought, then she'd die moving forward, not backing away. She raised the gun a fraction of an inch. The sister smiled wider, lifting her hand to signal the firing squad. Fire! A thunderous explosion lit the far end of the factory. The entire building shook. Everyone froze. A hail of smoke burst through the side wall, followed by a black SUV ripping through brick like it was cardboard. The vehicle skidded across the concrete floor, sparks flying, metal screeching. Soldiers dove out of the way. Bella stumbled, shielding her face from the dust. And then the passenger door burst open. Irina emerged.
Alive.
Bleeding. Pale as death. One hand pressed to her side to keep herself standing, the other gripping a gun, with the steadiness of a woman possessed. Bella's lungs collapsed. Irina. Irina met Bella's eyes across the chaos, and Bella had never seen anything like that expression. Not rage. Not fear. Something deeper. Something that broke and rebuilt the world in a single heartbeat. Irina lifted her gun. Get your hands off my woman. The nearest soldier spun toward her. Irina fired before he got his weapon fully raised. The sister screamed, Kill her. Gunfire erupted like a storm breaking open. Irina ducked behind a support beam, but her body trembled so violently Bella could see it from across the warehouse. She wasn't healed. She wasn't ready. She shouldn't be alive. But she came anyway. For Bella. Bella surged forward, using the distraction to dive behind an overturned metal cart. Bullets slammed into it, sending sparks flying. Bella peeked up, searching. Irina had moved, taking out soldiers with cold, lethal precision, but Bella could see it, her knees almost buckling, her breath ragged, her hand slipping on the gun from blood loss. She wasn't going to last long. Get to Bella, the sister screamed. Kill her first. 2 soldiers charged at Bella. She fired, one went down, the other flinched and dove behind machinery. Bella scrambled back, panic rising like a scream inside her throat. Aryna, she yelled. Irina snapped her head toward Bella, eyes blazing with something feral. She shot the man behind Bella, the bullet landing 2 inches from Bella's shoulder. Stay down, Irina shouted. I'm coming. Bella's heart clenched. You shouldn't be here. Too late, Irina growled. She killed 2 more soldiers, but a third rushed her. Irina fought him hand to hand, her strength faltering but her fury unstoppable. Bella saw the moment Irina's wound tore open. Her hand slipped, blood spraying across her suit. The soldier overpowered her, slamming her against a beam. No! Bella screamed, sprinting toward them. She grabbed a fallen pipe and swung with every ounce of strength left in her body, smashing it across the soldier's skull. He dropped at Irina's feet. Irina gasped, collapsing to her knees. Bella dropped the pipe and caught Irina before she hit the ground fully. Blood soaked Bella's hands instantly. Irina, you're bleeding. Doesn't matter. Irina rasped. She grabbed Bella's face with her trembling hands. I told you to come back. Bella's throat burned with tears. I did. I always will. Irina leaned forward, forehead pressed to Bella's, blood dripping down her jaw. You're mine, Irina whispered, voice breaking. And I am yours. Bella cupped Irina's face, every cell in her body screaming with love and fear. I love you, Bella whispered. Irina's breath hitched, but she smiled, faint, pained, breathtaking. Then don't let her take you. A click echoed behind them. Bella froze. Irina stiffened. Slowly they turned. Irina's sister stood there, blood running down her arm, gun pointed directly at Bella's heart. Move, the sister said to Irina.
Now.
Irina shifted instantly, trying to stand, trying to block Bella, even as her body cried out in agony. Bella pulled her back. Irina, no. She won't touch you. Irina growled, her voice raw, primal, shaking. Not while I breathe. Then stop breathing, the sister snapped, raising the gun. Time fractured. The world narrowed to the three of them. Bella didn't think. She threw herself in front of Irina, just as Irina shoved her aside. A gunshot exploded. Bella felt it slam into her shoulder, spinning her backward. She hit the ground hard, pain blooming hot and violent. Bella! Irina screamed, the sound tearing out of her soul. Bella saw Irina lunge at her sister with a strength born from pure fury. They crashed to the ground. Irina's gun skidded away. The sister laughed, actually laughed, as Irina's strength faltered and she fell onto her hands. Look at you, the sister hissed. Crawling.
Weak.
Ruined by love. Irina gasped for breath, her body failing, her eyes blazing with tears she refused to shed. No, Irina whispered. Not ruined. She looked at Bella. Bella, bleeding, arm limp, eyes wide with terror and love. Saved. The sister froze. Just for a moment. Enough. Irina surged upward with a roar ripped from the depths of her soul. She slammed her sister back, pinning her against the floor. They struggled, the sister reaching desperately for her fallen gun. Bella, shaking, reached for her own gun on the floor, but her arm wouldn't cooperate. She gritted her teeth, dragging her body across the concrete. Irina saw. Their eyes locked. Irina's gaze pleaded.
Begged.
Bella reached the gun. The sister reached hers. They raised them simultaneously. Bella fired first. The bullet hit the sister in the shoulder, the same one Bella had shot earlier, sending her gun flying. Irina ripped the blade from her sister's belt and held it to her throat. Blood dripped down Irina's arm. The sister stared up at Irina, hatred and fear twisting her face.
Go on, she spat.
Kill me. Irina trembled. Her entire body shook. Bella crawled closer. Irina didn't look away from her sister. You should die, Irina whispered. For everything you've done. For everyone you killed. For everything you stole from me. Her sister smirked. Do it, or she dies next. Bella's heart stopped. Irina, don't listen, but Irina's hand faltered. If I let you live, Irina breathed heavily, her chest rising and falling in jagged bursts. You'll keep hunting us. Yes, the sister hissed. Bella forced herself to her knees despite the agony. Irina, look at me. Irina didn't turn. Bella grabbed her face with both hands, forcing Irina's eyes to meet hers. If you kill her, you lose yourself, Bella cried. And I won't let that happen. Irina's eyes filled with something she had never shown before, terror of losing herself, terror of becoming the monster her sister wanted her to be. Bella leaned in closer. You are not her. You are not what she made you believe. Bella, Irina whispered brokenly. I can't let her hurt you. She won't, Bella said. Because we'll finish this the right way. Irina's entire body shook. The sister snarled. You're weak. Irina didn't even glance at her. She kept her eyes locked on Bella. I'm not weak, Irina whispered. I'm in love. And Irina dropped the blade. The sister lunged instantly, but Bella fired another shot, hitting her in the leg this time, dropping her with a scream. Irina collapsed into Bella's arms, all strength leaving her. Bella held her tightly, both of them bleeding, shaking, alive through sheer force of will. Guards stormed into the factory seconds later, tackling the sister and pinning her to the ground. Bella pressed her forehead to Irina's. You chose me, Bella whispered, tears streaming. I always will. Irina trembled. You saved me, Bella whispered. No, Irina breathed. You saved me first. Bella kissed her, slow, trembling, soaked in blood and tears and relief and impossible love. The gunfire stopped. The shouting faded. The world dissolved. There was only them. Irina's hands cupped Bella's face, shaking. Are you hurt? She whispered. Bella laughed through tears. We're both hurt, but we're alive. Irina kissed her again, fierce despite the weakness, desperate despite the pain. Never leave me, Irina whispered. Never, Bella promised. You're everything. Irina closed her eyes, finally letting herself collapse fully into Bella's embrace. Take me home, Irina whispered. Bella held her tightly. Yeah, Bella whispered back. Let's go home. Not to the past. Not to pain. Not to fear. But to each other. The guards carried Irina out. Bella followed beside her stretcher, refusing to let go of her hand. Outside, dawn was breaking, soft pink light spilling across the city, like the first promise of something new. As Irina drifted in and out of consciousness, Bella kissed her hand again and again. Stay with me. Irina's lips curved weakly. Always. And for the first time, both of them believed it.
Completely.